All right, we're live. Hey guys. So I
Hey
know other people
guys.
are live, and oh my god, I was watching Natasha, and she got like seriously 100 memberships gifted to her tonight. I was really happy for her because
Good for her.
I know, like she, worked really hard to get her channel back. Well, that's not her original channel, but people are finally realizing. I mean, you could not like her or whatever, but she ain't the fucking problem over there. That's for sure. So, hey, Kimberly, thank you, next, and
There's
Batty.
plenty of problems, but it's not solely let's get this one person off the platform. Watts Island's going to be fantastic. No.
I know, right?
Not
They
even
think
close.
DeLorean's the only problem too. Hey, Jana. Hey, Diamond Cutter.
Hey, Diamond Cutter.
Um, like they think that. So, anyways, all right. About a year ago, um, there was this really big weirdo that was trying to worm his way in over here by saying he was Chris Watts' cellmate. Not true. And now he's trying to worm his way back over to Watts Island, and people like that I really like let him mod and stuff on their channel. So I wanted to show what I have on this guy. Okay, his name's David, and I did a live and I shared a video of his record, and I plan to reshare that um just as like a because a lot of people aren't going to know what he said on MGLs and all that. So
Do we have that
uh,
to replay where he
I have the
talked about?
live. Yeah, I
Okay,
have the
good.
whole live, and then I have the his record. So I
Because
normally
he
would be
talks about it himself. It's not even like just, oh, here's his record. No, he talked about it.
right. He
And he's
talked about
gross.
it. So I want to play it, and then tomorrow, after I'm done, I'll make that live public again. And just I know like some people don't like to rehash history. I get that, whatever. But when he's over there, I mean, look, I'm arguing with Kim and Crafton right now. Crafton's a total. I just don't like him, but he's right about this. Like, why are we letting creeps
What?
in? I know I'm agreeing with Kim and
Grafton's right.
Crafton. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not. Hey,
I agree with
Alex.
him on this too. Hey, Alex. Hey, Batty.
So, yeah, I'm going to
This
replay
guy
this.
shouldn't be in any community that is, especially communities full of women that have kids and shit. Like, no.
I know, right? Like, no, 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 no. We don't let this kind of stuff go. So tonight's just going to be kind of like a recap, and I know that's not for everybody. That's okay. I just want to, because, like I said, he's worming his way over there. Like, what the hell? So,
Yes, that guy,
um,
Diamond Cutter. That's the one.
that's him. Yeah. So, okay. First, I think we should probably play like okay, because I outed him after somebody outed him, and I got accused of like doxing him. Well, first of all, I don't care about no pedo being doxed,
I was going to
whatever.
say, if it's not doxing, if it's an actual person with sex crimes, SA crimes
Right,
stuff.
right. So we'll play that first, and then um, you just do the at sign, Kimberly. It just doesn't pull their name up. It's really annoying. Okay, so this is his record. And normally I'm very against young people's record, but when it comes to a pedo, I give zero F's about that. So, all right, here we go. Voiceovers on my phone, but I do want to point this out that and I love that Lex did this. I'm not upset with her. I think it's great that she did it. I'm not downing her for doing it, but I do want to point out something. Lex, I hope
David
that you don't mind. I will link
has
your
what's called
channel.
a
I'm not going
felony.
to use your audio
Uh,
because,
he
people can
was
watch
in
the video
trouble
for
in
themselves.
2007
But, oh, wait, hold
for
on.
being with a 13-year-old.
Hold on.
They were doing
Okay, so
on the
she
Armchair
goes ahead
Detectives
and she
channel.
talks about his charges
David,
right here. And this was 2 weeks ago. This is just one of the many videos right here.
Did he make us? Was
Done
that
with
Armchair
1,800 views, and it
Detective?
was March 23rd. And I'm so grateful that she did do this video. I
Is that Armchair
Yes,
Detective's channel? That did he
yes, that's where
start
he
out
started.
there?
Uh huh.
Figures,
Uh
fucking
huh.
figures.
Yes, trigger warning. This is about a SA offender. So I'm in no way dissing her, making her out to be a bad person, none of that. So I just wanted to point out that they tried to say today that I am the one that outed this. Nobody else knew about it, and that is not true. So
No, he's never done any films about anything other than him on the docket
I don't want to
talking
use a lot
about
of
it.
her audio, but
So he's a bloke who's got an aeroplane, but he asked for super chat. He's got an aeroplane.
I did want to point out that it
Yes,
was about
super-
Armchair
anyway.
Detective, and it was about him.
But I
this
believe
dude
if
being
you're
on her
making
panel,
content and you're putting
or on his
videos
panel,
out, why not
um,
minimize Chris Watt's involvement in the case? I think.
see, it's a little reaction clip of that. So I just wanted to show that because I thought this was the one with his record, but I think that I know I shared it on the live too, so we don't even need to watch it. I thought that was something different. Hold on, we'll watch the. We won't watch the. I mean, we don't have to watch the whole live, but I want to give some history. This guy is not a good guy, and he is like over there, and I just don't understand why people are letting him on their channel and begging him to stay because he's like saying he's gonna leave, and they're like, "No, don't go." Like, why? Let him go. Ew. Hey, wild one.
Oh, you got to know that you're bringing somebody like that around mothers.
Right.
And
Exactly.
fathers, but
Especially, yeah. And this was called Wheel Out Pedos now because MGL, Laura, there were some people that were making excuses for him, and it was just I couldn't believe it. Like, I could not believe it. And he talks about it in this video too, but we're not going to watch the whole thing. I'm just going to I wanted to find where he talked about his stuff. Because I know I played the clip. Oh, it's right here. We're just going to watch the clip. Let's see. All right.
You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay.
And I didn't go with him. I actually started banging my head. And
Was
I
it
went
Jolly
to the
Ranchers?
hospital, and then no,
David?
it was Staples and paper. It was not Jolly Ranchers. No,
You was sticking
it
staples
was
and paper in your butt?
no, I was sticking Staples paper clips and other metal pieces in my penis.
He was sticking staples and paper and oh my god, in his his private area. That's what this dude was doing. Admittedly, they're laughing about it.
In my penis and scrotum.
Why?
You know, people ask me that all the time, and to be honest, the reason why I was doing it, I was manipulated by Dylan from. Huh?
Were you going crazy?
Well, Dylan manipulated me, told me that I would feel better if I would stick things in my, penis and scrotum.
Oh, your penis hole. You weren't sticking in your butt.
No.
Oh. When you were in prison, did you have anybody attack you in the butt?
No.
No, that's good. I've never been attacked in the butt either. So you were sticking paper in your penis?
Now I was sticking staples, paper clips, stat locks. I was sticking all that in my urethra, and then it eventually went to actually inside the.
Now, this isn't somebody talking for him. This is him admitting to this. So, again, trigger warning. I'm only showing this because there's a lot of people from Watts Island that I don't think have seen this. So, I wanted to kind of talk about it for a second, and then we can move on. I'm not going to watch this whole live.
Meat of the penis, so I had 7 surgeries on my penis and 2 on my skull. So I gotta have another surgery.
Oh no, this is terrible to hear.
Yeah, so that's.
Are you okay down there?
No, I'm still healing. They said it's very likely that I'll never be able to have sex again or any of that. So I still have to have some surgery. I'm in the process of actually scheduling it.
Oh my God. No red flags? None? None at all?
I mean, yeah, that really sounded like, an interview that she was so uncomfortable with. Yeah, just play this
Okay.
part, but not the very like whenever the whenever it's over.
Okay.
We have Dumb and Dumber over there letting a known sex offender on their panel last night making jokes about and acting stupid about why he's not allowed. Why wouldn't he be allowed online? He got arrested after he was on Armchair Detective. I will link a very informative video under this one about this guy. This is not okay. Do your due diligence. You're in a community filled with women.
Fight Club. Edward Norton with a little bit of facial hair.
Somebody want to know what I look like?
Yeah, you want to come up?
We saw you the other day.
No, they want to see you now. That was it. That's a
I
flight.
gotta go on alert real quick.
Flight. Karma will get them.
Yeah, so I'm not really concerned about where I'm at. I got cameras everywhere. I got one on like every 6 feet. There's a camera, so
Are you at a halfway house?
I am.
Oh wow, what's that like?
It's pretty good. There's a camera right here,
Yeah.
so there's cameras everywhere.
So you feel safe?
Yeah, I feel pretty safe.
Yeah. Is the food good?
I make my own food.
Oh. And you're in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in Green Bay right now. I make my own
Wow.
food, and my curfew's at
What'd you
10
have for
o'clock.
dinner
so I
tonight?
can come
What'd you
out
make
anytime I
yourself for
want.
dinner? What'd you have for dinner?
I had pork chops and mashed potatoes, and then I had some cheese sticks earlier.
All right. I don't know if I can make this any bigger. Maybe we
I
could
can
read
probably
his
do it.
charges
Hold on.
out. I know. I don't think we can. Maybe I could just read his charges out. Hold on.
Can you see it?
Yeah, but it's kind of blurry. But hold on. I'll get it. It's okay. I'll just get his charges.
Okay.
And I'll just
I can
read
read
them.
it if you need to.
I definitely need another fucking stream. Okay. I mean, another thing. Okay. Let me make sure. And I don't want anybody to harass this guy or send hate to him, even though he's a pedophile. I just want to make you guys aware so you don't subscribe to a fucking pedophile. Okay, so it says his name, he's in Wisconsin, and the first original charge was actually for the first. Thank you, Gone Girl. Good to see you. Hey, Samara. We're only going to talk about this for a minute. I know that this is triggering. I just know that the White Silent people have not seen this, and some of them watch me. So I just want to, that's why I'm skipping like only to the important parts. First charge was for having sex with a 13-year-old when he was 20. He sexually assaulted a 13-year-old, and he's failed to register 2 times. And he has a whole fucking, I seen on another video, he has like a whole rap sheet in between. I don't care about the other charges. I don't give a fuck about drug charges and stuff like that. That's why I didn't share it. But he has failed to register 2 times, and they're over there promoting his channel right now. Like I can't, I cannot. You're fucking mothers. And you talk about me and Starlight being a mom, but you guys are letting a pedophile in our community. I can't. Yeah, don't be fucking with Eric. If anybody comes in here fucking with Eric, just whack him right away if he doesn't get to him first. Okay, so that explains where he like we don't have to play anymore because it's I know that it like stuff like that is triggering, but the reason this even came back up is because he is okay. He is being like sourced as a credible person over there for one thing, and he's right in the middle of all their stuff, and that's like the one thing I agree with Kim and Crafton on. Why are you making him credible? Why are you giving him like who cares? Like fuck, he don't even need to be here, right? Like because he lied coming on the scene saying that he was Chris West's cellmate and all that stuff, and he wasn't. And I can't believe that he's even still around. So that's my background with him. He's a weirdo.
Do you think, do they know?
Oh
They know?
yeah, yes, they know. Like I don't want to, because this creator doesn't do drama, even though she's been in like the biggest drama over there. But I don't think it's her fault. But and she's really nice, but she's like, "Don't let them chase you away, David." And I'm thinking like, who cares? Like,
No, it is her fault.
uh,
I'm sorry, but if she
hey,
knows
Robin.
and she's perfectly fine with it, it is fucking her fault. I put a lot
Yeah,
of blame on her. I'm sorry. I don't even know who it
yeah.
is, but whoever you are, it's your fault. Like, you need to,
Her.
especially promoting that and being okay with it.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. So hold on, I'll show what I'm talking about right now. So I don't want to just like I don't want. I hate when people just go live and don't just spit it out. So I don't want to be like that. Um. All right. So see, hold on. I'll show you guys that he's still here. And he's being
That's what I
sources
said, Shauna. He
credible.
has some
I know.
audacity.
Yeah, he does. So unmurdered, like he's like going after these women. Okay, so here's his page, but hold on, I'm trying to find. I guess he took it down. He had a post saying that he was out, he was done, and Ali Erickson, who's a true crime lady, was like, "No, don't let him run you off, David." And she's been told because even back then he was like helping run her group, and she was like told that he was a pedophile, like a convicted pedophile, not just somebody who had charges and beat them. And then um I was like me, Steph, I think Starlight. There was like a whole group of us that outed him last year when we were all
Hey,
still
Samara.
friends.
Hey, Mike. And even like, okay, I know they bicker and fight between each other over there on Watts Island, whatever, yada yada. But for that man to come in from the outside and be going at this one and that one, they shouldn't even, in my opinion, let that shit happen. You're gonna come in and let this fucking SA offender of a child come in and attack other women in your community? No.
Exactly. And uh
Hey,
so
Sasquatch.
literally there's like this drama going on over there, and this mom is like extremely homophobic, whatever, it's a whole story. But her daughter is with the married to a woman, and there's text messages out that say that the mom was going to pay him to that girl and make her straight. Like it's deep over there. Okay, I had to back up. And I can
What the
show. Hold
fuck?
on, I'll show like I got it. I can't just say that.
Wait, the
Hold on.
mom really did say that, or they were made up?
No. These are real texts. Hold on, wait. I think there's
What the
maybe
fuck?
she might have cleaned her page up because she actually had to get. Yeah, it looks like she cleaned up her page because she had to get a restraining order on her own mom. Like, ugh, it's it's all gone now. But yeah, actually, wait. I think he has them on his page. Hold on a minute. I think he has the text messages on his page. Let me find it. Um,
And they're all just over there perfectly fucking fine with all that shit. You all
well,
are
they're blaming the mom
gross
now.
over
It's
there.
so crazy. Like, it makes our community kind of look like I think that one's
Angels.
gone. Yeah, a little bit, that's a stretch, but yeah. I can't find they oh wait. That might be on his other page. 'Cause he has a whole other page going on over there. And so like Voices Behind the Wall or whatever her name is
Yeah.
having him on. Like,
Oh,
what is
she
going on?
would. She
Yeah,
fucking
she
would.
would,
She
yes.
loves to jump on defending somebody that is seemingly guilty of something. That's her shtick.
I cannot. Like, I don't understand. Hold on, I'm looking for his
But
second
he's
page,
not
but
seemingly guilty. He's guilty, and he's admitted it and talked about it fully on a panel before.
yes. Hold on. Exposing. Hold on, I think this is what it is. I hope it's still up because it looks like it might have gotten a privacy strike. Oh, wait, right here. I think this is it. Um, mm, hold on, let me look at this because there's some stuff that's not up anymore. Yeah, it looks like because there was some privacy strikes and I didn't record it, but yeah, I just can't believe it. Hey, Tara. Hey, Karma. No, let's not be mean to Sasquatch. Okay, thanks.
Leave Sasquatch alone.
Hey, DFK, how you doing?
I just need to
Uh,
say to Sin that I hate cilantro. I think it is the nastiest tasting stuff on the planet. I just needed to get that
oh no.
out. She said she had cilantro tacos.
Oh, I don't like tofu either. Ugh.
Me neither, but
Um,
cilantro is like
Yeah, I'm
It's
not a fan
so
of either.
strong tasting.
It is. So, I figured like now we could do some more lighthearted stuff. I wanted to talk
Yes,
about
please.
MGL for a second, and then we can at the end I can show you guys a little bit of the fight between Crafton and Granny's watching. Hold on. MGL is like there's a lot going on over there right now. Let's see. I want to do what's that horse channel? What's the horse channel that just did the MGL one from yesterday?
I can grab the link.
Yeah,
Oh,
put it in the private chat.
my side's hurting. It started raining again. Now it stopped, so I'm okay.
This is good. Don't panic.
It's
Hey,
driving me nuts.
Jackson. Hey, Fairy. I don't like cilantro either. Hi, Anon One News. Okay, so hold on. We're waiting. I'm waiting for her to put the link in. We're gonna watch some MGL stuff because that was really heavy. I know. Oh God. I hate to start out like that, but could make you change your mind about tofu. Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't know how to prepare it, but my son is a vegetarian. He doesn't eat any meat. He's not a vegan, but he is vegetarian, and maybe it's just me. I don't know how to cook it. That's very possible. You might be able to change my mind because your stuff looks really good. So,
You want the last one?
yes, the one from like the other day or yesterday.
Oh, here's okay. This is a newer one. Hang on.
Well, I can get to it from here. You don't got to do anything else.
Oh,
It's all
okay,
right.
there you go.
Is this one from yesterday? Yeah.
That one's from today.
Okay, I wanted to watch the one from yesterday first, I think. Yeah, this one about Laura.
I want to say about, which was hilarious. I feel like Marissa feels a little bit backed into the corner because she was gung ho on that Vaughn stuff and getting money for the mom. And as soon as Unirock started talking about it, she backed all the way off of it.
She always does that, though, you know?
Yep,
She always
that is
does. It
true.
doesn't matter. She always says, hey, ask bartender.
Hey,
All
Rodney.
right, we'll blow this up. Now, for a little bit of a backstory, Laura has been gunning for Ryan to acknowledge her, come on her page, share her shit, and he will not do it. He will not do it.
Another funny part is Marissa hadn't even been like discussing the Kylie case really. She wasn't into it. She's not following it. She doesn't really even know anything about it.
I know. So that's an extra double slap in the face. Like somebody that doesn't even give a fuck. Well, there's not a case, just to let y'all know. She pretty much, bless her heart, she was a young driver, and it looks like she kind of just maybe ran off the road. And
An
I wish that
accident.
people would shut the fuck up about it
Yes.
and let her rest. Like, please. Fuck, man.
It was an accident. She was drinking at a party or whatever, left in a car, a very bad roads at night, and wrecked.
Yeah, even an experienced driver could get hurt on those roads, but that's where y'all get the name Tragedy Pimp. Just letting you know, that's where the name comes from. Because look
Those
how
roads
look
are
at your
terrible.
like, let it go, let it fucking go. But I'm gonna push play.
Hello, Ryan. How are you? My name is Molly Golightly. It's nice to meet you.
So for anybody that can't see those little things, those are all the times Laura had been tagging him and asking him to come up and trying to get his attention.
Hello? Oh, there we are. Hey, how's it going?
Do you know who I am? Probably not, right?
I do not, but how's it going?
I didn't think you did. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm a little confused. What
Well,
happened?
it's a lot to comprehend.
So you're doing. I understand that you're a country singer,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a lot of.
I also, okay, I don't ever give Marissa kudos. Anybody who knows me knows I cannot stand MGL, but I agree. From the little bit I watched, it kind of felt like she got back into the corner on this one, and she didn't really know where to take it. Maybe like she did an apology and everything.
And she just didn't know how to. But the only reason she done an apology, she said, why, is because her Patreons got pissed off at her. Her own people were mad
Yeah.
at her over it. But she didn't know enough to even. She didn't even know about the situation. She didn't know what was going on at all. She just happened to talk about it that day for a few minutes, and then boom, here he came.
Hey, babe, beauty, it's really good to see you. Kimberly, I agree. Ryan needs to stay out of the true crime shit. He gets too. He makes too many conspiracies. He takes it to unrealistic places. Like, stay out of it. Just
Take it easy. But I agree.
I'm
I
sorry.
agree.
I'm
I
talking
love
to
you,
his wife
Ryan.
up here, but because Ryan really
It's
watches
not
us.
for you. Yeah, I know, right? When you see this, we're not hating on you, but it's just, it wasn't good for you. It wasn't good for you.
It
Don't
was
like to
not a
see you
good
like
look.
that.
It's not a good look, Ryan.
I have a lot of subscribers that absolutely adore your ass. Yeah.
This is Ryan upstairs his video. Okay, is this the one, Ryan? This is it. Exactly.
Molly could not care less about any of this. I don't even know what she's doing. Look at her face. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. It's crazy. Of course, I totally agree with that. I 100 forget numbers, forget subs. Even if I spoke to him behind the scenes, I wouldn't care. But I do have questions for him, and I think I could bring him down a direction that's actually useful.
She missed her chance. He did come in her chat, though. I will say that. I think he did come in her chat.
Yeah, maybe like because listen, she really believes that he is seeing her tags and stuff. Maybe one of his Patreons or somebody close to him said, like, this woman's upset, but he and the listen, I like him and that'd be flattering and all, but I wouldn't want. He's too up right now. He just needs to crash. Like it's over, buddy. Okay. I know, right, Kimberly? How ridiculous! Like, Laura's gonna bring him down. Okay, Laura. Hold on, we're gonna
Like,
watch
she
more.
was going to figure out what. Nobody could tell him anything over these past few days, let alone Laura. Like, she was going to fix it all.
Right, Laura.
Okay.
Like, he's gonna listen to Laura of all people. She's like, I could help him come down to a place. Laura, like, listen. Oh, and now she thinks that she's like the spokeswoman for team safety. Meanwhile, let's not forget, I'm sorry, but Laura let her child at 13 live with their partner that they shouldn't like. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Well, and she also in front of them or for them threatened to shoot other children for egging houses or something too. So
yeah, I mean, let's we could go on and on and on. Hey, Jenny Rose. Hey, Muffin Mouse. All right, I'm pushing play. This one's a little bit shorter.
Weird story, and you know what? It's gonna turn into Chris Watts, and it's gonna turn into it's gonna be a cash cow. I just want to be with Justin, please, because we kind of work together, and this is really.
Just so we're clear, she's calling a cash cow a case. So just so we're clear.
Again.
Yeah, because Summer was her first cash cow. Her words and not mine.
Important that no one interrupts us. Justin, thank you so much for your time covering this case and your intuition. You knew it and you said it.
I knew it because I'll tell you the reason I knew. It happened. She disappeared too quick, and someone young wants the easiest way to get rid of them quick. It happened way too quick, and
what does that mean?
The easiest way to hide them.
Can you pause it for a second? What in the fuck are you talking about? Justice for all.
He doesn't know. Hey, Nana, he doesn't know.
You sit and pull shit out of your ass all day long. He just said, oh, people that are young like to hide bodies quickly. Like, are you on fucking crack?
Yes, he is. Yes. I think that him and Marissa both been and look, I know that my channel is just a little channel, like I don't average much, but I don't understand how people listen to him for hours. I can't understand. Okay. MTL, I hate that bitch, but she's at least entertaining. Him, he doesn't even have that. Like what? And y'all are like I can understand. I'm trying to think people that stay alive for a long time. A lot of people love Natasha Cooper because she's really entertaining. A lot of people love Marissa because she's really entertaining. Like Laura and that Justice for All, they're not even entertaining. They're not funny. They don't play well with others. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
I don't get it.
I think it's because he feeds them these fucking conspiracy theory bullshits like this that he says all the time. Like, they talked about Vaughn day in and day out when the man, try to unalive himself and he's in a coma. There's not even a conspiracy to it. And they literally made hand over fist off of that man. I think that's
I
what they're
know.
going to do with this shit, too.
I know. Yeah, Florida, I know. And I don't understand that because, like I said, I'm not pretending to be some big YouTuber. I'm as little channel as anybody else. So I'm not like, oh my God, I don't understand. I can understand MGL. Like,
Yes.
even though don't like her, I can see the appeal in it because she sings, she dances,
Yeah.
she makes fun of stuff. Like she's funny, even though I think that her humor is sick sometimes, and I don't care for her. I can see the appeal. With him, there's nothing. He's not freaking entertaining. He's not funny. He's not witty. What is it? Like somebody that
Mar-
likes him, tell me about it. Tell me why.
Marissa gets bored as hell on his panels. Like, she can barely make it through each time. Like, she has to force herself. Watch her. She hates it.
Yes, yes. Hey, Andy, how you
Hey, hey.
doing? Hold on one second. I'm gonna push play, but I gotta give the dog some food real quick. One sec.
Somebody, all you got to do is run in the freaking water, you know. So, my condolences go out to the family and the friends, and we are going to find justice for this poor girl.
He said, Marissa, guess what? Kylie is totally monetizable. It's not limited ads. So yeah, I'm good. They've cleared all local lakes. AWP is now.
Oh, the fact that she can even say that to probably 4,000 people watching her, or 1,000 people at least, usually say, "Oh, that the Kylie case is monetizable," and like they don't give a fuck. They don't
No, it's
care.
all about money for them. Hold on. I want to share this channel, not to change the subject, because I've been sharing. This channel just hit 1K. So if you guys are not sub. They just said they're going to be putting out new content. They put out a lot of, let me see. I think MGL, yeah, like MGL, Laura, all that stuff. So make sure you guys are subbed up to that channel. And now we're gonna watch a Hartley video that I found interesting today.
Kimberly. Okay, stop. I can't find my vape.
I
Everybody
know.
stop what you're doing and help me look.
I pinned
That's
it too,
funny.
so everybody has to stop.
Oh,
Hey,
she found it.
Kimmy. Good, good,
Crisis
good.
averted.
So I
All
have
about that money,
questions.
honey. That's exactly right.
Uh-huh. That is all it's about. I have questions. Did these two fucking idiots get back together or what's up with this? Hold on, let me.
Which two idiots?
You'll see. You'll see.
Sorry, that made me
Oh.
laugh.
Oh, yeah, you'll see. Here it is. Did they get back together or what's
Oh, I
going
did see
on?
that. I
Yeah,
did.
because I was even like, is this old or nope? It's not
What
old.
she said was pretty much that Bullhorn Betty was on a power trip, and I'm guessing Bullhorn Betty had to apologize to Marissa behind the scenes, and now everything's all good. But she just said the other day that Bullhorn Betty was on a power trip, and that was her issue, and that's why they butted heads or whatever.
I know, right? Like I don't understand, but whatever. It ain't my friendship.
Bullhorn Betty can't make it without Molly. Like, Molly generated every view she's ever had, pretty much. Like, the reason why people were going to her channel is because, first of all, she was Bullhorn Betty, and it just wasn't surviving without Marissa. She needs her.
Yeah, she does. She needs her, and I think JLR is doing his own thing now because which I want to talk about JLR one day. I know everybody knows about it, but I want to talk about it just to have a lot to say. I can't believe people are taking him seriously. I just haven't had time to get it all together, but I'm going to work on that this week. Uh, People are taking the person that has the most lawsuits in history seriously. The person that literally said that the school shootings weren't real. He's not a good person, and people are like congratulating him. And he gained like 1,000 subs in a month or some shit. I'm like, why? Why are all these shit bags like fucking a dude? That I don't understand it.
Because they're grifters, and they've this isn't their first rodeo. They've been grifting on the internet for a very long time. Whenever it comes election time, they'll be grifting off of that. That's what
I
they
know,
do.
but
They're
how do people
grifters.
take him serious? I don't. I guess they get good at it.
Yeah,
I
they
just.
know how to do it. They know how to
It,
manipulate people and suck them dry.
I know
But they know.
Dallas 420. We've done a lot of exposes on MGL. We were like, I know a lot of new communities do it now, but we've been doing it for years over here. We've been exposing MGL for at least 2 years now over here. So we're no MGL fans at all, for sure. She's a trash bag.
Nana says, "Oh, look, sweet broke Betty back with her bank." Facts.
Yep. Hmm.
He goes, I just want to know, what does your mother do to punish you? And he goes, I don't get punished. Comes in, she comes over here. I was upstairs, and she goes, does Jake know about any of your weapons? And he goes, well, we have guns. He goes, I'm a veteran. He goes, I'm a veteran. He goes, but Jake doesn't even know that we even have them. He goes, they're like, does he have access to them? He said, no, you have to use a digital fingerprint in order to open it. And it just kept coming back. And I think you know who that person was that kept calling. You know who it was. I don't know if it was BK or who it was, yeah. You know who it was. Was it BK? Yeah. Because he was getting paid to get me to shut my big fucking mouth about Don and Candace from
Anybody who thinks you're gonna get paid to shut MGL up, you're sadly mistaken. Keep your money because that bitch can go and go and go and go.
Listen,
You're not
look
shutting her up.
at Bullhorn Betty's face. She's already aggravated with Molly talking about
Uh-huh.
herself 24/7.
I
She's
know.
like, I don't know who it was. Was it BK or who?
They hate each other. It's so funny, but they always end up back together. Just like Laura and MGL hate each other, but it always comes out like that they're talking again or they're still friends. I just think it's really funny.
They make more money together.
Yes, Nakla, basically. Yes, they do.
that freak with the old lady. Remember who lived at home with his mom? Yeah. I mean, there should be a good lesson to the audience as well that, there are, creators out there that manipulate their audience. Absolutely. I say that to them all the time. And the advice that I've given it to Bull.
Wow. What an
Oh,
ironic statement.
MGL's got jokes tonight, y'all. Hey, Lanky Toy, good to see you,
I
babe.
can't. What an ironic statement. Like, did that irony not hurt you when you just said that? Jeez.
Pot, meat kettle. I mean, fuck.
Horn Betty, I've given it to Jonathan, I've given it to Justin, Tiffers, all of my people that I have helped. I always
Me.
If you don't want them to know something, don't say anything. Yeah. But don't lie to them. Because a lot of times these people that have these channels, it gets to their head. The money they get that first paycheck and they're like,
Yeah, so, all right. Before I go on with this, because there are a lot of new people that don't understand the history, none of us liked MGL. Nobody. But we put our swords down and we did make nice with her years ago. This was years ago. For a little while, but she just got to be too much. Like she would jump on my panel all the time. And
this was before true crime, though. Too.
Yes, this was before her true crime days. So, well, it was right after the Watts, but she was like, I'm never doing true crime again. So I would like always have these quote unquote accidents where my Wi-Fi would kick and I'd have to start a new panel because I didn't want to be rude. But Kimmy was in her Patreon for a little while. She sent Starlight like some MGL leggings.
Only she would send somebody MGL leggings. Like
I know, right? And so I can't even remember what the final breaking. I think FOD actually was like the breaking thing that actually broke everybody up. But thank God, because then I think we found out more. Like I started pulling away from her because I just felt like I still feel like she was involved in the cop calls and stuff back then. But yeah, there's some history because I know not everybody was around back then, but it's been a while since we've been calling this bitch out.
She's got way more brazen too. Like she used to pretend to care what people think about her. Like she would pretend that she didn't want to look terrible to everybody. Now she just like, fuck you. If you don't like me, fuck off.
Right, yes. Hey, B-Fergs. Hell no, the spa package. Oh my God. Does Pink still have that up?
That's what I was just thinking.
Funny. Pink literally bought her spa package and did a bonfire with it. That was fun. Fun times. All right, we'll finish this.
holy shit, how do I keep these people insane? Lies, lies, lies? No. You're gonna, it's like driving a car straight into a brick wall.
Oh my God. One time she literally said underneath her tits smelled like bologna. Ugh. I'm not lying. I swear to you that was said. B Fergs, I'm sure Stephanie can attest. Anybody that's been here for a while.
And I'm sure that's absolutely true. Like, it really does.
I mean, if I don't ever
Look at
remember-
her! She doesn't shower.
I don't know. Ew. She said bologna one time. She probably said her fupa smelled like fish or something. I don't know. Ugh.
Chicken cutlets. There was something about chicken cutlets.
I don't know, but I remember the bologna thing, and I remember just gagging. Like, ugh. Who says that about themselves?
Only gonna hurt yourself because these people are not stupid. And it catches up with you. It all catches up with you. Absolutely, it all does. Me and Justin are being called a scam artist. I'm so sick of that. You know, what are you scamming? I'd like to know what you're scamming. You know, what you're scamming? Google Ads? Google AdSense? Is that what you're scamming? It's saying that I'm taking money for Marvon Jackson's mother, and that she's the mastermind. Oh, the conspiracy theories ahead. We deal with that every day, all day. It's just like, how are we supposed to prove it? How are we supposed to prove that we're not scammers? And it's all because of one person who was so butthurt.
Show your receipts.
And they weren't feeling like, oh, that girl's bad news. She took it.
The reason she's being accused of scamming is because she would not be transparent with the public, and they've asked for it. So she actually told the mom not to be transparent. I showed that on here.
She just asked the question, and I answered it for her. She said, how could she prove that she's not a scammer? She could show her receipts. That would be one way to clear it right up.
Yeah, and not be caught telling the mom not to show, or the people handling the mom's money not to do it. I mean, you know, there's some tips for you, MGL.
So she turned it off and started asking for refunds. She lied to her audience and said, I called up GoFundMe, and there was a team of professionals that found out that this really is a scam and gave me back my $1,100, whatever, $1,100. Okay, but this is the thing, you stupid bitch. If they deemed it to be fake or a scam, they would have shut it down. They would have shut it down. I know for a fact because I have had several of them shut down. And she convinced so many people.
That was a nice confession. Sorry.
Did she mean that she shut him down, or she's had him like people?
Oh,
put it on her?
maybe. Okay.
I mean, neither one would surprise me, but
yeah,
she even had some dude.
That might be
Aaron,
what you mean.
Up in Canada, right? Yeah, Aaron, go back. He said he puts in. He gives $100, right, to my PayPal, and then goes. All of a sudden, there's a request for, will you give a refund for this? And he writes, Kovac goes, yeah, you said we can ask for a refund anytime because this is all a scam. I said, no, it's not a scam, and you will not get your money because I've already given it to the woman. I forwarded it to the woman already. Right. Get out of here. Right underneath, it said donation.
just take note of blowjob Betty's face, please.
She doesn't care. She doesn't want to know. She doesn't care. She's not interested.
I mean,
by
I don't
the
know
way,
if you, look at her.
MGL is also doxing everybody that's asking for a refund too.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just her face just says it all. Look at MGL, so animated. She's just sitting there with that resting bitch face, like I don't care.
He had donation in it. Yeah, you don't ask for donations. Exactly. They denied it. They denied it. And I was, hey, I know something? It's okay for this bitch to have everybody going crazy asking for their donations back. Why? Because they're black, right? So if they're
oh
black,
my
right,
god.
if they have some sort of criminal past, which is all petty, right?
This coming from MGL. Is this a fucking joke? I didn't even see this part.
What is she talking about?
She's gonna make it a race thing that people want their donations back because that family's black.
Ooh, criminal past. Well, guess what, bitch? You have a DUI.
And because they have criminal past, but I mean that's her stereotyping, nobody else.
You have a DUI. So those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Okay?
Look at her. She does not give a fuck.
She's a med donor. You know what? She didn't leave her kid on the street. She didn't give it to some child
She's
support.
probably
She
thinking
gave it
right
to
now,
her
why are you
boy.
raising money for people that have criminal backgrounds and have,
She is judging
you
the
know,
fuck out of her. Yes, she is.
because you know how she thinks about people with criminal backgrounds. Like she has attacked the fuck out of people, said they were guilty of crimes today because of their criminal background history.
Right, yeah. So that's kind of funny. I just think like she can't be serious. MGL, I don't know. She's the only one making it about race. Nobody else is making it about race.
Well, isn't it convenient now, though, but whenever she was going back and forth with that other lady that was calling her out, I can't remember her name, from the KJ community. Anyways, she was talking about race in the case, and Marissa was like, it's not about race. I don't know why you make it all about that, blah, blah, blah. But now, when it's convenient, she can do it.
Yeah, basically. So there's a lot of people though that are defending MGL, and I'm like, it's got to be for clout, right? Because that's the only reason I could see, with everything out there about MGL, somebody going as hard as some of these people are going for her. Like, she's not a good person.
You
She's
should hear those people on the panel. When she literally kicked off just yesterday or the day before, kicked off a lady in the middle of her talking about her son passing away. She had just told them that her son had passed away, blah, blah. She kicked her off, cussed her out, yelled at her, right? And even after all that, when Marissa was kicking the people on the panel off, shutting it all down, they were like, I love you, Marissa. I love you. I know. I'm sorry. I blah, blah. I'm like, what? You all are fucking sick. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, we're gonna watch that actually, where she did that, because it's hard to go through her 8 and 9 hour lives. So I'm like so thankful for the clip channels, because she goes live so long, and I don't feel like enough people see this shit. Like, um I know, right, Lanky? People don't. All right, we're gonna watch this. This is the Trojan horse again. So make sure you guys are subbed up.
Justin and Molly, I just want to tell you guys I watch you guys all the time and I love you guys. And Justin, I totally relate with, I was listening to you yesterday, and when you were speaking about your former addiction, and that you're 10 years clean. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I understand that, like you were saying about, you know, it forever changes your brain chemistry. And yeah, I totally get that. When my son passed away, he was clean and sober for almost 3 years, and he relapsed.
Look at her as okay. I can compare this to something that's happened to me. I won't say who, but somebody that still comes to my chat very frequently had their son pass away and rushed into my live, and they just needed somebody to talk to. Even people I didn't like, we all came up on panel and privated it and talked to them.
Yep.
I think you might have been there probably, but I just can't relate to her face right here, and to how you know she's just so selfish and disgusting. Look at her. She just I don't know why people want to share their stuff with her. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care
at all.
Like,
at all.
I'm not anybody else but her. She doesn't give a fuck. I don't know how she feels so comfortable being like that. Turn your camera off. Like, if you're gonna make those faces and shit, I understand that it gets heavy sometimes. That day, I felt so heavy. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to help. Never did I look like that ever. Not once. Like, you could not catch me looking like that. I was more mortified. Like, oh my god, how am I gonna help? What am I gonna do?
Just a simple reminder, this is a life coach. This is somebody that has charged people lots of money to coach their lives. And this is how she reacts.
This is her reaction, yes.
But I learned later that that wasn't his first relapse. It was his second. And the first time was like only 10 days prior.
Oh
but there
my
were people
god.
there.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I know this is a pain. Did you guys see her face? Look. And this is a life coach, like Stephanie just said.
10 days prior, but there were people there, and they got the medics there in time.
Thank God.
He was in a completely different city from me. He was about
God.
600 miles away or 700 miles
Hey,
away.
more than enough.
And I didn't find that out until after.
Hey, Teach My Ash. What it amounts to is Justin was getting all the attention. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Nana.
He actually passed away, and so it was kind of sketch. And like he struggled for about 10 years, and I guess like we the family paid for
Hold on.
expensive
Hey, Hooker. How you doing, girl?
treatment,
Hey, Hooker.
and
Just look at her. She's so not interested. Like, I
She's
anybody.
disgusted. She's
She,
disgusted.
she's so grossed out that somebody would take over her panel about their real life issue. Meanwhile, she's putting out there that she's a life coach, and he's putting out there that he's an addict, and they probably felt inclined to share their story because they act like they give a fuck about victims. So, I actually have something that a commenter left me that I want to read after this.
Hey, Doodle.
Hey, Doodle.
it was just the weight of the world that was lifted off of me. I just thought,
Look
okay,
at her. Oh my God.
we're done with that now. He's great, and he's now a bodybuilder, and he's like this and that. He started.
Baby, that's a good question, hon. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or anything.
Just let her finish, Marissa.
I can't
that was
fucking
really rude.
handle, dude. I've been on here for 4.5 hours. I don't want to hear everybody's damn life fucking stories that have nothing to do with the topic.
I understand that, but you just be compassionate too. She
I'm
lost her
trying.
kid.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh my God. Ugh, I hate her.
He's doing great.
No, she buried him.
She just said he's doing great. She didn't even listen to her. And oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh.
Listen, today's the shittiest fucking day. I'm done. I'm done with today. I am done with today. No. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you.
Love you, Molly.
Love
you, Molly.
I can't.
I know,
Yeah.
baby.
All right.
Hear him? Hear him?
I love you. Are you fucking kidding me?
She said, I know, baby.
I have been very disgusted in MGL all my time covering her 2+ years. I think this might take the cake. Actually, I'm probably going to clip this and just so that it gets out to everybody. I am fucking shocked. I cannot believe what I'm watching.
Bye-bye.
Sorry.
Anything little was going to set me off. And a bunch of women came up. Pam Ridner came up. I was excited to talk to her. There was a woman that was talking. I don't remember what she was talking about. She was talking and she was talking and she was talking. And then I heard her say that her son had relapsed. And then the son relapsed again. And I'm going, oh my God, how do we get here? How do we get here? We got to stay on topic. Me and Justin said that we were going to have this thing that we were going to have everybody stay on topic. And I just flipped out.
She had to rope Justin in.
Honestly did not hear her say that she lost her child. I didn't even hear that. Because if I did hear it, I would have said, oh my God, that's terrible. So
no, this is equally as disgusting as that, Nana. You're right. I will never forgive her for that. Will never.
Flip out. And I kicked her off the panel. And Justin's like, she lost her son. And I'm like, I gotta go. It's not funny, but whatever. I'm sorry. There's just so much that I can handle, especially when there's a time and a place for everything. Especially when you are not prepared. I was not prepared for anything that happened today on live. You know what? I should have just stayed in my bed and watched.
As a live, okay, if you go live, you know that things happen. I've had some crazy stuff. Like I said, I had one lady that I love very much that lost her child. I've had people who relapsed that needed to talk right then. I've had people that I thought were my friends totally flip out on me in a live. I don't care. Like if you can't handle it, don't fucking go live. Like what the fuck? I cannot believe this this fucking clip that I'm watching. I can't believe it.
War of the Worlds on repeat. That's what I should have just did. And I didn't. So I'd never seen this lady before in my chat before. I think her name was Sylvia McMillan. Juanita McMillan. Juanita McMillan, if you're listening to this, video. I am sorry. I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm sorry that I made myself look bad. My intention was not to make you look bad. It was me losing control. Maybe I need anger management. I don't know. But I'm just so tired of hearing all this bad stuff. Well, maybe you shouldn't do true crime. You're right. I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. So Juanita McMillan, please accept.
So this is very much what MGL does. She does something super fucking shitty, and then all of a sudden she'll swoop in with that. I shouldn't be doing true crime. I can't handle it. I can't handle all the bad. Well, then why the fuck are you doing it? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Hey, Audrey.
Accept my apology. Thank you so much. And everyone, oh my God, we got another Mandingo calling. God almighty. And I'm not even in the mood for it. So you want to know something? I could go live on my second channel and go off on every single Mandingo that calls me. Because I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm here to tell you about yourself. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. And Laura, I heard you were streaming me. You need to get a life. Your channel's dead. Give it up. God almighty. You're such a loser. It's pathetic.
Okay, we
Dude,
agree there, but you're still a
maybe
piece
you
of
stop
shit
being so
still.
phony. People would respect you, but they don't.
Huh, right? Two peas in a fucking pod.
But anyway, yeah, that is a very sincere apology to Miss Juanita McMillan. I'm so sorry about your story, and I should have let you finish, and I should not have just been so frustrated. I was just very frustrated. It was a lot to take on in a very, very short time. And that's the truth. And if you want to accept my apology, wonderful, great. I appreciate that. If you don't, there's nothing I can do. And that's the apology I'm going to give to everybody that was watching. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Leave it to Justin to make you feel like shit. Molly, what? She was talking about how she lost her son. I'm like, oh crap. Fuck. If she can't accept the apology, then what do you want to do? I mean, I've never seen her before.
Oh my God.
Blame you. It was turning into an AA meeting. Actually, you want to know something? Some people were complaining about it as well.
Oh my God.
And the thing is I didn't even hear her say she lost the kid. Otherwise, I would have given condolences. We always do.
Okay, sure thing.
Disgusting.
That was I know, and you know, I know what it's like to get totally overwhelmed. Last week, I fucking was like, had my own little mini fit. Like, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah,
And shut my
yeah.
live right down. Never in the middle of somebody sharing because for whatever reason, this person felt compelled to share with you. Right? Of all people.
The first thing she said whenever she came up there was like, I've been following you all. I love you, Molly and Justin, so much. I respect you so much. And then told her story. And the reason why
Kelly.
she told it is because Justin is a recovering addict of 10 years. And she related to him with that. And she was just telling him her story, what she had been through.
God dang it. So
terrible.
The Trojan horse shared something else that was really interesting. Okay, this is a community tab. I have a couple community tabs to share tonight, actually. All right, so they said, Molly Golightly, what does your debt collector calls have anything to do with the fact that you don't want to be transparent about the money sent to Letitia and all of the money you collected off of Vaughn's back? This is directly from your YouTube shorts uploaded by you. And she uploaded it with her fucking debt collectors, like right there. If that doesn't tell you, if that doesn't tell you all you need to know about MGL. I mean, I don't know how people are fangirling.
But she has money. Why would she take money? Why would she need money? She has so much money. And her house is being refinanced. And she's in debt by the debt collectors are calling her phone. But she would never rip you off.
She didn't even know her house is being refinanced. Oh, God. MGL is on fucking Discord. Jesus Christ. No thanks. All right, so yeah, MGL is just still.
It's about damn time she offers that to her fucking Patreons. They've only been paying $50 a month for the last however many years.
That's true. Somebody was reading off Laura's tiers, and Laura has higher tiers than MGL now. It's funny. She has like a $77 tier or some shit.
What do they do in that tier? Make candles together?
I mean, maybe I'm sure you get an explosive candle. Have you seen
Hopefully she'll text you back for $77 a month at least.
I mean, you would
right,
think,
Kimberly?
But you would
just
think.
Kidding.
Or maybe you don't want her to text you back. I'm just saying. So, has everybody saw Laura's beautiful new candle? You guys want to look at that real quick?
I did see the reveal. And it was
I mean,
exciting. It looks brand new and spiffy and shiny in there.
so all right, my older kids, actually my older kids are going to be 12 this week, right? Um, and one of them is so extra. They think like more is more, right? Like you need
Yes. I know what you mean.
more. Yeah, like you need. Where is it at? Shit, I just seen it the other day. Hold on, I might have to get the picture. But they think like you have to have all the extras, even if you like you don't really want them, right? It's just kind of, I don't know. Everything has to be more for them. And this is what that reminds me of. If my kids were to make a candle, okay?
That's not how you got to at least specialize and focus on a small amount of things and perfect that first, not offer 72 different scents and 72 different candles. That's why she can't keep up with herself. She uploaded a video if you want to play that.
Is that where it's at?
She uploaded it on her channel on Perplex QT, I think.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I'll get it. Oh, sorry, I had to answer
It's her
something.
energy candle reveal.
But it's okay.
There's
so
a lot of energy in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see it. Yay, we're gonna watch it together. This is you're seeing it here first, folks. I'm sure it's
exciting.
fucking beautiful. Now brace yourself for all this beauty and energy and stuff.
This is a big reveal.
It's a big reveal. I mean, best candles in town, okay?
Unearth your energy. Wait, did she spell it like that on purpose?
Oh no, Laura, that's not energy. Okay.
Maybe she spelled it like that for a reason, to be different, to be quirky.
Okay, well, there maybe.
I'm waiting on you.
Look at it. Brand new.
Oh my. Look at this. Oh my God. Why?
I caught you. It was all shiny and spiffy in there.
No. That was like a meth lab for candles.
Wait, maybe this is before. Maybe this is before. Keep pushing play. Maybe it's been redone.
Okay.
This
And
is
have a celebration. A celebration. The music up
oh, nope. I think this is after.
We're doing what we do.
I'll say
every
something positive.
color, shape, size, like anything you want. It's a one-stop candle shop.
Okay, so all right, before I go any further, I follow a lot of candle places on Instagram, and I will say the ones that do the best are the ones that offer the least. Like people know what they're going to get. So they might have like yeah, like you specialize in something. So
like beer candles or something.
Yeah, like all right. So there's actually ones that do astrology, and that's what they do. And each time it's a new sign, that sign will get so much off. Or you know, like even when I order from my big candle places, I love candles. Okay, they will only have so many scents a season. This all right here, your cost could be cut in half, and people would know what to expect. That's too much. You're doing too much.
Okay, you know how clothes they come out with this they're set for the season. Like they don't offer 50,000 different things. They have a certain amount of new items they come out with each season, and that's how you should be doing it. Not this. This is so disorganized and messy and crazy.
I mean, look, the pink. So you can't see my thing. So the pink's right here. There's pink. Like, what is this? Okay. We're just gonna keep watching. And she's really proud of this, which is.
I mean, it's something. It's better than nothing.
I mean,
I'll give her that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, pause it! Pause it! Back it up. I have to see this over here.
What?
This messy shelf with all these thousands of candles on there. A little bit over to the right. We just passed it. You see what I'm talking about?
Hold on. Yeah, that's true, Shauna. I'm just saying. I'm just giving my right here. Yeah.
Is that a head?
It might be there is a baby head one. That's fine, Shauna. But that she's allowed to run it how she wants. I'm just giving my personal opinion, right? Yes, this is in her dining room, which I mean that is cool. That is something to be. I'm going to say one positive thing. that is something to be proud of, that you did all of this. She took her stimulus money and made it this. That's an accomplishment, okay? But really, her Patreon's been paid for it, and she actually started it off of Diane, which is whatever. But I can't. There's just you're doing too much. I just
Yeah,
think
I'm just giving constructive criticism because I just know
I'm just giving a
how
fuck
much
you criticism. That's what
easier
I'm
it
doing.
is
But
if you actually have a small amount of things that you focus on and perfect that first, have that going at least a few years and then add into it. If you start at the ground level and have thousands of things, you're kind of
yeah.
setting yourself up for failure. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I mean, I think it's, she did what she was set out to do, but I know for a fact if she did less, there would be more. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to order a candle that's never, because there's no way with everything she's mixing that you're ever getting the same exact scent you got last time. There's no way. Like,
That's another thing with a small amount is the consistency. Like you need to be
yes.
selling the same product. People need to know that they're coming back and getting the same thing that they got before. They need to trust you, company.
Yeah, because like I know for a fact, it's about to be Halloween. Christmas is my favorite because I order the Halloween scents, like the candy apple and all that, around
Mm-hmm.
Christmas time and around Valentine's Day because it's out of season, right? Like I do it every year and it lasts me until the next year. I've done it for as long as I can remember. And actually now one of my triplets loves it. Like she knows that we're going to do that every year or whatever. And I know that it's going to be the same scent I got last year, right? Like I know it is. This you're not getting the same. There's no way. There's too much. You're doing too much. And yes, there is some kind of little head in that pink box. I don't know what it is. Right here. What is that?
I
I
don't
don't
know. I
know.
see it.
I don't know.
That shelf is a
It's
mess.
exciting stuff.
Cupcakes. That's cute.
Yeah. My 12-year-olds would love that. I
Maybe
can't, you
they're for
guys. I'm
12-year-olds.
sorry. I'm trying. Um,
It's now or never, she says.
Now or never.
Make or break.
See, look, that is too so.
No.
No,
No.
no, no. And look, you can hate me all you want, but if you took a poll, hey, Gen X, people would agree with me. If you cut down if you cut down how much
This
you
is
offered,
insane. Like
there,
that is just
this
too
screams
much.
ADHD, and I'm ADHD, so I ain't knocking it, okay? Because this would be me if I was like candles, okay? This would be my head if I was a candle, okay? Like, I get it, but you're doing too much, dude. Like, you're doing too
Yeah.
much.
It
Way too
seems like
much.
she's under the mindset that the more she has, the better off her company's going to do. And I just don't think that's the case. We'll see though.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
she'll
see.
be a multimillionaire with a brick and mortar by next year. Who knows?
I mean, we keep hearing that her candles exploded and stuff. Like, I've heard that from
I
more than one
wonder
person.
why. I
I
fucking wonder
mean,
why. Like,
could it
look
be
at
the
that
meth?
picture.
Could it be the meth? It might be the meth lab. I mean, the candle shop. I don't know. Sorry. Look at all that. You're doing too much.
She has
Oh, that's
thousands of cents.
yeah, and you could just cut your cost down by perfecting 6 or 7, even 12. Like if you did the astrology stuff that I was talking about, that's popular.
Yeah, because the people that are gonna buy them are her customers they're from YouTube anyways. There's no
Yes.
way that there's tons of people buying them off of YouTube. I just don't buy it. Not when it looks like fucking this. People are buying them because they support her and they like her and they want to support her business. They would do it even if you had 5 or 6 candles to choose from. They would probably buy more because they know what they're gonna get all the time.
Okay, so Kim Beerley said, Manda Len, please don't put crystals in your wax melts and candles. It can not only be dangerous, but it can affect the properties of the stone. The properties of the stone. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, flying around. I mean, what if? Okay. So
See, like this. Say
mm,
this whole thing could be a seasonal like release that she could be doing. She could have a
yeah.
whole one season release. This is what we're gonna have. It's Halloween time. We're gonna have all Halloween scents. Blah blah blah. This is like a gift box. Whatever. But no, like she has thousands and thousands of scents. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It looks
I'm
like that way, anyways. It looks like
no,
she is
it is
1000%.
because if you go to her website, she has I'm telling you, nobody like she has like Tommy Hilfiger perfume scent, or she did. I haven't looked in a while, but like nobody wants that. I'm telling you, like, mm, mm. Yeah, is that the princess candle, the guy who's dying from alcoholism that she named a candle, the beer candle after? Is that his
Yep.
candle? Because she really did do that. I'm not making that up.
That doesn't look like soap suds. I mean, beer suds. That looks like whipped cream.
Yeah. Mm, mm. And look, when we were like on talk, when everybody was trying to get along last year, I told her, because I follow candle stuff, I told her like the dollar store has these really cute silicone like ice trays, and people are using those for soaps and candles and wax melts.
Yeah.
Um, and it would just be like one shape or one design for each season, and you could get a couple of the
Yep.
dollar store ones to start out. This is doing too much.
But look, and look, these candles look nice. So if she would just have the ones, it would be good. Like
Have
they
you ever
look
seen that
good.
when they come to you, like they have fingerprints and shit all over 'em?
Of course.
I've
Because,
never.
but they
Oh, there they
wouldn't.
are. Sorry.
What in the flying fuck?
Hold on.
They wouldn't, though. I don't think they
Oh,
would if she cut it way, way, way down, because then she could do it right and concentrate and not be so fucking disorganized.
hold on a minute. Drea, hold on. I want to see something. Let me go back to that box.
Mixed company names in the box. The box.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So,
There's a gift
there,
box. Remember, it looked
yeah,
like.
it's right. It's right here. There is mixed company names. There's different labels. There's
Yeah, because
N3.
anybody can go on. It's like a drop shipping thing, but it's not. You still have to order all the stuff. Like, she just buys it in bulk, is what she
Mm-hmm.
does. Like, anybody can go on there and order whatever candles they want with whatever on there, blah, blah, blah. She just does that and makes them and sells them. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, all right. Some people just need a high five with a chair to the face. Okay. So, a candle that's supposed to relax you is talking about beating people up. This is not good. This is what Kim Beerley was talking about, putting the crystals in the candle because candles get hot. What if one of them pop you in the fucking face, dude?
And
Like,
it's not cute. Like, I don't even know why. I guess she just has gaudy taste, anyways. But, like, that's not cute. People are into really simplistic looking things these days, not this shit. I'm just
no,
being
yeah,
honest. Like, you could leave those
same.
off, save yourself so much money, and just have it a regular fucking candle. Like, that's not bringing more people to you. I promise. Look at that.
Yeah, there's too many. There's all those little crystals. It looks like fish. It looks, you know what it looks like? The fish rocks from the bottom of the
Yes.
fish.
Nobody.
Uh,
It's gaudy looking. I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. Like, people like sleek, simple looking candles. Not like that. Look at
yeah,
that
if,
one.
and
That one
well,
looks great, minus the top.
leave the
Take that
crystals
shit.
out of it.
Yes.
Right. Redo the fucking things. Leave it out. Because the white is perfect. Like, see, look at the top of that. So gross. Like, look at all them fingerprints and shit all over the top of these for her pictures. Like, for her fucking pictures. And I didn't point that out. Other people noticed it. That means that, Laura, people, I'm trying to be as
She's not
fair
supposed to
as
be
I
touching
can.
the tops of her candles, is she? Like, why
No,
would you
like not
touch the
without gloves.
tops?
To
Yeah,
put
because
the
you're
lids on,
gonna
I
put
guess, but
fingerprints.
right, you need to look, you need to get you some Clorox wipes, girl. Okay. Look at the top
Those
of
are
this. Looks so
hideous. I'm
sloppy. They
sorry.
are so,
Those are
yeah.
hideous. They don't look professional.
Mm-mm.
Those, nobody wants those. They might buy them. They're going to throw them in the trash.
Yeah, nobody, like, literally, you know what? Because I'm all about supporting small businesses. Actually, when she first
Absolutely.
started this, I was even like, oh, I might order one. Because we were like trying to be nice to
Yeah.
with each other. And I looked at them and I was like, I remember MM's like before her and Laura started fighting, I could tell. And then I heard somebody's blew up and they sent me a picture of it. And I'm like, no, because I do believe you should support each other, but I'm trying to tell you less is more.
Like, what
Honestly,
are all those bombshells? She made bombshell a candle.
Why they're fighting, dragging each other.
Those things in that wine glass, those big circular things, like what are those? Are
I don't
those flammable? Like what are they?
Okay, so these are tarts. I can tell what they are because
Those.
those are tarts, which
What's a
are go.
tart?
It goes in the warmer, like it's Cincy sells them. You like you
Oh,
put
so
a
you're
little.
supposed to take these out before you burn your candle.
I don't think that's what direction like see because it's burning with it in there, but that is what that is a tart basically. So
But
I
are
don't
you
know what
supposed
she's doing.
to burn those? You're supposed to melt them, right?
You're supposed to put this in a separate thing. I don't know what she's doing, but see this spoon? This is like a spoon or something. I don't know. It doesn't go. And
The spoon's in the wick?
see behind the wick. See, can you
Oh,
see my
behind.
arrow?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. These little things are like you can buy them at like everywhere. Walmart. I personally love Target and Walmart.
They're
Or
just like
not
wax
Target.
melts, right?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
wax melt. It's fancy name for wax melt. And I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to use my. I'm not trying to use my dislike for her. I'm trying to keep it real. Laura, less is more. You would sell
Yes.
more. People would be more impressed if you did less. I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm telling you the feedback that I've always gotten about your candles. Every time, less is more. Even for
That's
people
almost
that.
every business. It in general, just especially when you're new, especially
Mhm.
when you don't she doesn't have a signature candle. She needs a fucking signature candle that people are like, that's the one I want, and
Right.
then build from there.
Mhm. I agree. Hey, soapbox. So, all
And it's
right.
not those wine glasses shit. That shit, no. The other
No.
ones, you could find you a good scent, even like you could just find something that's a perfect fit and make that your signature candle. But that other shit with the crystals on top, all that's all gaudy bullshit. Nobody wants it. It's trash.
Right. Nobody throw that shit in the trash. Nobody gives a fuck. All right. So,
We're
yeah,
trying to
that's.
help her, Betty. We're trying
Oh
to help
yeah,
her.
trying to help you. I
Giving
don't.
unsolicited free advice. Don't get
Right.
that
You don't
every
have to
day
take it.
on
Right.
the
You don't have to take
internet.
it. But I'm telling you that is the feedback that I have gotten. For one, clean it up because your fingerprints and stuff. People don't want that. For two, less is more. And that I'm not even being a bitch when I'm telling you. That's the feedback that I have literally seen everywhere consistently with your candles.
Honest
Um,
question. How many times, okay, are you ever going to go back and give a second chance to a company that you got candle from and there's fingerprints all over it, or it doesn't look professional, it looks messy, like even a bad pour, any of that? You're not going back. Why
No,
would you
that
even
actually
try?
that's why a lot of people didn't go back. That was the one thing that I seen. Like, okay, so Shauna did a review, Makeup Mobster, Bombshell. Every single person said that it was like dirty, greasy, like fingerprints.
Marissa said that too,
Um,
right?
yes,
Didn't she?
oh, that's who else. Yes, Marissa. I have actually a funny video we can watch about this. Hold on, it's so funny. I can't help it. Hold on, I gotta switch to my backup account real quick.
Big Mama said, may I suggest the signature scent stripper sweat?
Oh no.
Ew!
All right, hold on. I
My
gotta
candle
find
was
this.
smudged and had fingerprints on it. That's an automatic turnoff for anybody, especially after COVID. Nobody's using that fucking candle, and nobody's coming back for a second. You're never getting
No.
recurring business. And if you're wanting to make money from a business, all of your money comes from recurring business.
Yes, and you might have your recurring customers because they want to help you. That's the only reason. Like I'm just
That's going to be pushing it if they're going to be getting fingerprint candles. They
yeah,
would
you'll
get a
have
lot more if they weren't getting fingerprint candles, I'll tell you that.
right. So this is MGL. There was two funny
Oh,
ones.
this is
This
great.
yes.
The candle, and I said, "Oh, and it's pungent. Pungent is not the same as what you thought. Putrid. Putrid would be disgusted. Pungent is a strong smell. It's very pungent. What the hell? Get a dictionary, people. I wanted it to be strong scented because the stronger it is, you put it in the middle of the house, and the whole house smells.
Exactly.
The whole house stinks.
Is that well? You want to know something? I like them. I'm not gonna lie. I like them both, but they're two completely different scents. I mean, you really can't compare the two. Like this is a lot more edgy. Like there's certain
Gaudy.
places in my house that I could put this, but and the thing is I really only liked. I mean, I liked this one, but it was blue, and I didn't like the fact that it was Tiffany blue because Tiffany blue does not go with my house. So, I mean, this is a little more edgy. So I'm thinking that this is perfect on my vanity.
That was perfect
Even
on her
Oni's
vanity.
look like they look. Oni's looks uniform from that one that I see. It
Hmm.
looks uniform. It looks professional. They all look the same.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, like Oni's, you can say a lot of shit. He did microwave, whatever, but his always looked good. You didn't see the fingerprints. You knew what you were getting. Um, and
get you
like,
some white gloves. Like all you need is some white gloves that aren't. You don't need the latex
CNC.
gloves because that'll leave stuff. You need white gloves or something that's
Right.
not sticky.
Right. Something that's not sticky. So, all right. So, yeah, that's the Laura and MGL stuff. So, I
It
was
was
going to talk about
pungent.
get a dictionary. So, all right. So, y'all know my guilty pleasure is Watts Island over there. And last night I went, there's this girl, the DeLorean, she has a backup channel, and it's called The Doll. Okay. The Judgment Doll. And it's kind of like a
Brooke.
parody channel. Hey,
Hey,
Brooke.
Brooke.
How you doing? Hey, Big
Yes.
Mama. So I went over and there was an account in there talking about how Kim and Crafton were on behind their paywall. Kim and Crafton are somebody that I've never cared for. They were behind their paywall throwing grannies watching under the bus, right? So all right, Lindsay is not. I know a lot of people don't like Lindsay, but the facts of the matter are they went to her abusive, convicted pedophile ex
Oh,
and
yes.
interviewed him.
They
That
sure did.
happened.
They
That
sure did.
happened. So
Mm-hmm.
Kim and Crafton had a domestic violence dispute, and there's a guy named Snuffles, and he was like, "I'm gonna get the body cam footage," because there's a whole backstory to it, like where there was donations and all kinds of shit, lies, about it,
Did he get
and
it?
so no, not yet, but
Oh,
he
shit.
is friends with Lindsay, and they like bring her kid into it all the time, and her abusive ex, and they don't care that her abusive ex was interviewed. So to me, it's an even playing field at this point. Like I wouldn't do it. I don't think that the ex should be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what we do over here. But they also brought her abusive, convicted pedophile ex into it. Like
Didn't
not
I
them.
see
Hmm.
messages of Crafton behind the scenes all about that stuff with
Yes.
Lindsay? Okay, he had no issues with it. He was perfectly fine with it. So,
No, absolutely, which is why it's hard for me to be like, oh, poor craft. Like,
yep.
no. What you give sometimes is what you get kind of thing. And so, anyways,
I mean, they kind of set the standard, no?
yeah, right. And they didn't personally do the X thing, but they definitely backed it and said it was fine. Like they did. So, anyways, I was in the chat. I wasn't even talking about that. I said this is so embarrassing, and I was talking about being live about your recent ex best friend. Like that's embarrassing for you to be live about your recent ex best friend selling them out behind a paywall. That's what I was talking about. So they tried to lump me in with a bunch of shit this morning and last night. Don't come to me for pity. I don't want nothing to do with none of it. I think that it's hypocritical that you guys are whining about it now after what happened to Lindsay. It opened the door for that. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, what happened with her was totally fucked up and shouldn't
When did they
happen.
have a fight? They had a fight this weekend. So I'm going to show you guys my community wall. Let me get to it because it shows their community wall.
And it's hilarious to hear her talking about Kim, talking about, oh, Jessica this and Jessica that, when she loved all of those same exact things about Jessica when they were
Mm-hmm.
friends. Like,
Mm-hmm.
save it.
Right. Nobody cares. So, all right. Because he tried to blow this way out of proportion. It says I'm not okay. Well, let me just read his. Okay, first, because why don't you just make the video public, Lindsay? I mean, it's not like there's anything to strike if you were exercising fair use rights, correct? Which is funny coming from him. He has a whole channel where he just streams other people. Oh, and Mr. Empire, blah, blah, blah. FOIA requests are for government records only in this state. You will just have to call the same people that denied access to the body cam footage of Kim. But thank you for finally admitting and qualifying that your intentions are to harm Kim with your request. Okay, so what happened was he came in, Snuffles came in the chat and said he didn't call like they're saying. He hadn't done it. And then they fucking watched. They basically said like they basically dared him to do it. So he was like,
Well,
"Oh, are you challenging me
a
like I
lot of
wasn't
people
going
are
to do
like
it."
that. A lot of people
Mm.
are like, if you're gonna accuse me of it, I'm definitely gonna fucking do it now. So I
Oh,
guess you're
this
messing
was
with the wrong one, Crafton.
Shauna. It was a while ago. It was like last year sometime. I don't know the exact date because I don't. To be quite frank, I just don't care about their personal stuff. If I think that they brought a lot of other people's stuff that was personal and private to this
Yep.
platform, and when it comes back to them, maybe instead of getting mad, take a look at what you've done to other people, right? And that's all. But all
Well,
right,
and
he said
also, didn't they bring this particular situation to the platform too?
yes.
Technically, not the FOIA request or whatever, but they're the ones that have talked about it over and over. I've heard
Yes.
them talk about it.
Okay, so it's just some Watts Island stuff. I just wanted to show it because he tried to call me out. That's the only reason I'm even showing this because I know not everybody follows Watts Island. This will be quick. So they were like, "You're not going to get anything," and like saying that he had already done it. So he was like, "Well, challenge accepted," because he was just pretty much trolling. I do believe before, like fucking with them. Hold on, let me show you guys. So he said, "I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get anything. Challenge accepted. And now I definitely will. Cry all you want, Kim. I don't give a fuck about any of your problems or feelings. You lost that respect with your actions.
Yep.
And now I'll make sure everyone sees it. Go
They didn't
cry."
give a fuck about Lindsay at all. Like,
No.
why should he care if it hurts Kim when Crafton didn't give a fuck that what happened hurt Lindsay at all? He did not care.
And they just went through the body cam footage of somebody else the other day, like literally
Oh,
3 days ago.
shocker.
I know, right? So, all right, 21 days from the day it's requested, Ellie must comply via FOIA law. I don't know about this. I'm just reading. And there's some comments. And then I just said, poor guy isn't on to speak because she never lets them. So I said, this is so embarrassing. Okay. I was streaming and I didn't want to interrupt. So I was saying it's embarrassing. Oh, I didn't show what I said back. Whoops. So I said, it's embarrassing, like that you're throwing your best friend under another best friend under the bus public behind a paywall. That's what I was saying. It was embarrassing.
You were
Right?
commenting on the stream that was happening, pretty much.
Yes, I
Yeah.
was commenting on the stream, right? I mean, I did say everything I just said about the body cam footage and stuff. You can't do that to other people and think nobody's going to do it back to you. And I stand by that. That's my personal belief. Just like if I did that to people and somebody chose to do that to me, I couldn't get upset. That is
Totally
what I meant. Okay. So I said, I'm not sure what's so bad about me thinking it's embarrassing that you did a members only live to trash your recent ex best friend. You circled my name for saying this is embarrassing. I didn't even see most of what you shared, LMAO. We don't do guilt by association. And I put over here and I said, but have a good morning stream, bud. Like, you ain't gonna, he must think I'm new or something, but I'm not. I'm not new. And that's that. Like, you're not going to scare me, Kraft. And he's very abrasive and rude and loud and mean. And he must think that I'm new or he's going to scare me with that. No, buddy. No, you work him with your big old fucking mouth. Been there, done that. Like, I'm not scared. So
They have no moral high. From what I've witnessed from the outside, those two have no moral high ground. Even though they act like they are on the fucking tallest moral high ground around, they have none whatsoever. The shit that I've seen them do, the shit that I've seen revealed that they've been involved in behind the scenes, the shit that they have been a part of, been on panels for, made excuses for, get the fuck out of here. Like, go cry about it some more. You've done the worst to people.
right. I just have no pity. And for me, I would feel a lot more pity if they hadn't just went through somebody's body cam footage, if they hadn't brought Lindsay's, or they didn't bring Lindsay's situation, but they have definitely thrown it in her face. They've lied about this girl named Lala saying she gave meth to kids, which that's a super dangerous fucking rumor.
What the fuck?
The amount of
Hey,
stuff that I've
Keith.
seen them do to people, I just have no pity. So don't
They're
miss me with that.
egregious. They're
Yes.
egregious. And
And the
they're,
worst part is she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer.
I believe that because she tries to act like she's doing it all from like a good place when she is the most vitriolic, hateful, spiteful, vengeful person I've ever watched, I think. And that's saying something compared to Granny's watching, but she's worse, in my opinion. But as far
Yeah.
as hateful content, like she is
Yeah.
just spitting
Because
venom all the time.
I do believe, I know that I don't like Granny, but I do believe she has some things that people can like about her. She's kind of like, hmm,
Yes,
she's
that's what
kind of
I'm
like
trying to
the
say.
earlier version of Laura. They
Yes.
don't have that. Kim is supposed.
No.
Kim is no, not supposed to be. She is a lawyer. I've seen the. She shared her work, her paperwork. She is a lawyer, but she doesn't work in law. I don't know what she does. Some kind of social work. Like according, that's what she talked about on her own stream. By the way, I'm not sharing anything personal. I don't know exactly what she does now, but she's a lawyer. Or she has a law degree, and she used to be in politics and all that. Um, and she's just very hateful, very mean. It goes way too hard. Like even people I don't
Way too
like.
hard. Yeah. She
Um,
makes people that shouldn't even be victims look like victims because of the way that she fucking treats them and talks about them
mhm.
and calls them
Mhm.
out. It's just like, and even listening to her streams, I'm like, I don't, how do you all listen to this? It is so negative. You all have to be
Yes.
like, it has to be fucking with their heads. It's so
That
negative.
to start your morning like that and like
Yes.
um so because like I used to like Kim and Crafton and they just got seems to get on a power trip, but now they're getting yanked down from their power trip. A lot of people are leaving them. Um
They used to didn't be like this. Not
Not as
like they are.
bad.
Mm-mm.
Not as bad. And when Crafton was by himself, a lot of people say he wasn't like this because he's been on the platform for years and
And
it's
she's
never been this
perfectly
bad.
fine with him the way that he talks to women and treats women and
Mm-hmm.
talks about women, and he's just fucking gross and creepy, and I'm
I
sorry, that's
know.
the
I
way
know.
he makes me feel. I can't help that.
See, and like, okay, so Lindsay has a sorted past on here, same as me. You know, I do too. So I'm not. I like Lindsay. That's whose panel I was on last night.
Yes.
But the reason I started liking her and feeling bad for her is because of people like Crafton, like talking about she has a custody case. She's very open about. They would like try to bring out papers. They would try to add stuff to what was going on with it. You know,
See, how can you do that and then fucking have the gall to make a community post about somebody trying to get your body cam footage? How?
right. You're right. Exactly.
That's not your fucking business at all. But you made it your business. So when they make something that you think isn't their business, it's your fault. It's your fault. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't. I have no idea. Hold
That's
on
how
one
I
second.
feel about it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm reading something. Okay. Sorry. I had to do
Welcome back,
something.
Hooker.
Hey, welcome back, Hooker. But yeah, I just Kim and Crafton are by far I do believe the worst out of that community. So my whole point to this big spiel was um oh, he was gonna try to call me out. I noticed that Kim skipped right over me this morning because he's like, thanks, Amanda, because he followed me. He went to Call It As I See It's channel under they gave me a shout out. Like every once in a while they'll give me a shout out if we cover Laura or MGL and they'll tell people to like check us out because we have a lot of history over here
Right.
for the new people. And then he went over there, tried to comment to me like a fucking weirdo. And I was like, oh hell no. I commented back at first and I deleted it. Then he came over here, I think. Maybe I don't remember. But then he did that post where he circled my random ass comment. Did I say something about the body cam footage or no, it didn't even go. He was trying to call me out. And I
No,
think he
but we
thought
have
that
tonight.
right. I think he
You're
was
welcome.
gonna. I really think thought he was that I was just like one of these other little girls that are gonna be like, oh no, I don't give a fuck. Listen, dude, I have rumbled with the best of them on here. I don't give a fuck about you and Kim. We can make this a fucking thing. We don't have to though. Like I cannot like you. Y'all cannot like me. Kim has had me blocked since the first time I ever vaguely
Yep.
spoke about her. I don't give a fuck. But I think y'all are dirty. I mean, let's just read this post. And this is by somebody I really don't care for, but it's interesting that this is always what happens. Hold on, let me get to it.
I just don't know how they, because she's always talking about how people like I'm not going to let somebody lie on me and talk to me like that and this that and the third, and it's just like, well, stop lying on people and talking about them the way that you do, and maybe it wouldn't happen back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
all they do. But I don't watch them every day. Admittedly, so I'm sure they have boring streams too. But the
No,
ones
they
I've
don't.
watched
They don't.
are not like they are nonstop bitching, bitching, bitching. It's terrible.
Oh yeah. So before I go on to this, they shamed Natasha Keeper forever about her wish list. Then they had one. And then anybody that doesn't like pay for StreamYards, they shame. Meanwhile, they had to ask for money for every piece of new equipment for their little morning show, which I don't care. Get your shit. But y'all look stupid after just dragging everybody else in the community. But they will ask for shit and then they will drag like Lindsay or Natasha for the same thing that they just sat and begged for. It's so
Yeah,
fucking stupid.
that was
So
their that was all of their main issues with Natasha was her getting money and them getting none.
yes, there's even text messages where they said that, or no, that was Granny's watching was like, I'm jealous of her money. Like literally, that was their words. Hey, Freddie. Okay, so this is what Angela Clips and Giggle said, and this is one of Jessica's mods and TT's mods, and she just, again, I don't care for Jessica. I mean, I don't care for Angela, but I just thought it's always this with them, never fails. So she said, "Hey, Kim and Crafton, you have now blamed me for numerous things I did not do. And instead of an apology or just shutting up, you have continued bringing me up. How about this? Just stop bringing me up in your little tirades, and I won't show all of the unsolicited shit you dropped in my DMs, or not. Totally up to you. Fuck around and find out." And it's always that with them. Like I've never seen them get in a fight and not be that. Like
Because they do the dirtiest shit behind the scenes and try to sit up and act like they're on some fucking moral high ground. You're not. You are everybody you pretend to call out. Every one
yep,
of them.
yep. It's fucking nuts. Like I literally have heard Kim call somebody a home wrecker, but she drove across the country to get Crafton from his fucking girlfriend. Like everything she calls out, she is. And again, Kim, we don't need to make this a thing, but you can tell your fucking piece of shit to shut the fuck up, or we can make it a thing. I mean, whatever. I'm allowed to be in anybody's chat I wanted to go into. Nobody on this motherfucker's going to tell me different. Not Kim and Crafton, especially.
The
I'll
fact
go
that
where the fuck I
she
want.
lives in a house with a man that speaks to women the way he does, and like it seemed like he was stuck on his ex or whatever was going on there. I just it says everything that I need to know about her. Like she's
Exactly.
just like him. She's just like him.
Exactly. I mean, because you can ask anybody that really talks to me, tell me not to go somewhere is really going to encourage me to do it. And I will go to Natasha's, because I know that's why they originally didn't like me, is because I go to Natasha's. They like Natasha's chat. I know not everybody does. I do. And now it's that I'm at the DeLoreans, and I've always been vocal that I don't fucking like them. I just don't. I've never liked him. I don't like how he moves. I don't like how he talks to women and then sits up there like she's the fucking moral fucking police for women around here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. Seriously, with that. So, it's how
I
I
wonder
feel.
which one of them will run to Natasha first and make
Right.
peace.
I don't. She wouldn't even have him. She would not. I don't.
No.
They tried to ruin her. That's
No, the shit that
they.
they've said, holy
mm,
moly.
Yeah, they've been bad. So
Took her channels down over and over. Fucking doxed and attacked everybody in her chat that supported her. Like, terrible
yeah,
shit.
and then like I don't care that they deny it, and I know not most people in my chat really don't care for liking. We're not friends either, but they doxed his parents. Like, and now their whole thing is
What?
it was like a Brian St. John move because it was like, well, I just said a town that rhymed with the name of their town. No, they were like taunting him with his parents, like town, and then they told people how to find him. They said with a quick Google search with his real name that they've repeatedly shared, they told people how to find his information. I don't give a fuck who like, and then they're denying it. Like they did a total Brian St. John move. Like, if you're gonna dox, then just openly dox. Like just say like, yeah, I fucking had your information. I wanted to fuck with you, but you look really stupid denying it when we all watched it.
And then cry about some body cam footage again when you're in the true crime community. Like, the fuck?
Yep. It's really crazy. So
You all made the bed that you're laying in too. Like you all created these monsters that are turning on you now. Just so you know, you fed them hate day in and day out, and now they're gonna give you the same fucking hate that you fucking taught them
that's the
with.
problem with this cancel culture and all that, is that it eventually comes back around. So I kind of feel like that's why people are, knock on wood, they're leaving Natasha's channel in, because I just don't believe in cancel culture at all. Like, I don't care if you love someone or you hate someone. Laura has the right to be here. MGL,
Yeah,
everybody should be here.
unsubscribe. If it's that bad, if their channel bothers you that much, genuinely just don't watch them. There are millions of things to watch on YouTube. If it
Yeah, I mean,
bothers you, like,
if it bothers you that
yeah, to
bad.
say, oh, Laura's an idiot, blah, 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 laugh about it. But to say that she shouldn't be on there because she's harmful to people and take her off, it's like, no, turn the fucking channel if it bothers you that bad.
Yeah,
That's a you problem.
I won't even, unless, like, now, if somebody's being a dachshund and shit, I understand that. But, like,
Yeah, that's different.
if you just don't like them, I don't like deplatforming, and it always comes back around to who started it. It's just
And
a fact.
I don't even think like doxing as a pattern of behavior, like in a dangerous way. Like just doxing once, even I don't think that's grounds for losing your channel over.
No, right? Like, yeah, everybody messes up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but taking channels down is not the way to go.
No.
Because I'm telling you, it comes back around. And we've watched it so many times.
Yes.
These hate mobs. I mean, I could have taken a couple people's channels. I don't want to. I have no interest. That's their money.
No,
I won't do it.
anything that you can do to somebody else can be done to you. Period. That's
And
just the law of the universe. It's how things work.
And it usually does happen. Like, so
the
you can start
rule.
out.
Yes.
And the one thing that is constant around here that never changes is that it's constantly, everybody gets a turn. Like, okay, so I'm going to use me, Shauna, Keith, and Stephanie all have channels that hate each other. I'm the popular good one for this month. Okay, I use popular because that's the only word I know to use. I'm the one that everybody's going to for their stuff that month. Next month, Shauna's going to be, and a lot of people are going to be mad at me. It's just how it goes around here. Like, the only constant around here is that. That's it. That's all. So
you're not always going to be on top, and the very people that are there for you, hating with you every day, will hate you.
Yep, it's just how it goes. And
that's what's happening now.
Right, and I hate to even bring this person up, but Brian, please,
oh yeah.
Please quit telling people where to fuck. Okay, so he doxed who he thought was Richard. I don't know if that's really Richard because I didn't watch the video, and he did it in Sarah's name, which is totally fucked. And then he threatened to dox other people, keeps like telling people he's going to call out this one, call out that one if they're in the comment section. And he called Sundancer out, who doesn't have a channel. Like, they don't have a fucking channel, okay? Called her, told her to wash her dirty pussy, go douche, like nasty shit, okay? Brian, that's why I
take
didn't
it out on Sundancer, Brian. Why don't you go over there and go head to head with Richard? Like, why take it out on Sundancer? Him, their actions isn't Richard's actions. Like, just like you had a whole lot of actions towards Sarah before, like, you regret that now. I seen it. You said that you did. And, we all can't take back what we said, but you can't blame somebody else for somebody else's actions either. That's not right.
No, and listen, and just doxing people that you don't like I think that's totally fucking wrong. I don't think that anybody, I mean, people were just giving you props the other fucking day, and you go and do that. It's like, you can't stand it. You have to quote unquote be the bad guy or whatever. I don't know what it is, or maybe you get too cocky, but like, what are you fucking doing? What are you doing? You can't tell people where to go. You can't tell people not. Some people like Richard, and you know what? That's their fucking right. Like, they can like him if they want to.
And Richard's a troll. Like, that's what he
you're getting
does.
trolled.
No offense. Yeah, no offense to Richard. Like, I have no issue with you, but that's what he does. So he's going to put up something really salacious to get people going, and you're the only person falling for it and giving them the exact reaction that he wants. Like, you're not going to make him feel bad for the reaction you're having. He's probably laughing about it. That's what trolls like to do.
Right, because listen, I know that you like to say you're the one who called Richard out, but years ago, Starlight and I did a live, quote unquote, exposing Richard's Twitter. I think I probably still have the live. It's
Yeah.
probably on private.
His
But
Groiper Twitter.
yes, Groiper's Twitter. Okay, he came in and made me laugh. Like I don't know. He just came in, and ever since then, it's whatever. Like we're fine. I actually kind of felt bad because I was like, it probably wasn't my place to even like. He wasn't doing anything to me for me to do that, and
Yeah.
it kind of felt
And,
bad.
and I don't even think that he's like a devout, like he's a real Groiper. I think that's even a troll.
Yeah, like
Just
like no
fucking with
offense, I
people.
like trolls and I troll sometimes too.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
mean,
not
everybody does.
yeah, I'm not coming at you, but Richard is a troll and he is you all you're doing is probably just making him laugh. He's probably like,
Yes.
"Huh, I got him." Like I don't
Like,
know, but
why would he make that stream or whatever it was, video, if he didn't, if he thought, he knew it was going to upset people. He wanted to upset somebody,
right.
obviously.
And listen, um going after people like Sundancer is doing you no favor. Sundancer is hardly ever even around. When they are around, they're respectful, they're nice. There's no reason at all for you to go at them. Like there's just not. It's they can go where they fucking want to go. You don't pay their fucking internet bill. All
And what
right.
if Sundancer didn't even know?
Right. And Brian, you know how it is for people to do that to people that come to your channel, right? Like, remember people used to be like, "Oh my god, you're going to Brian's channel." Like, fuck you. So
Yeah,
why are
all
you
the
doing that to
time.
other people? I don't know. I love Sundancer. They're a really good person, and I don't ever see them. The only person I ever see them arguing with is Brian, ever. And I just,
Yeah, and my guess, I'm not speaking for them, but I'm sure they don't support that title or whatever. But just because they were in a chat or in a comment section doesn't mean they support that
right.
person's every action.
You know that you okay. I know this is a weird concept for YouTube and all, but you can like somebody and you can support somebody and not support every single thing that they do. Do you know that
Well,
is
that's
like
what he says
possible?
about MGL. So he knows that that's
Right.
possible because he doesn't support everything that MGL does. I've heard him say that before. And Laura.
Right, right. And Shauna, I'm not friends with Graper either. He came in my chat and like had said something funny, and then I thought for a second, like, "Oh my god, I have the wrong Richard!" Like an idiot. I didn't even know what a Graper was. Okay, I found out after. But it just wasn't. He wasn't messing with me, and if somebody's not messing with me, I kind of feel like, unless they're a pedophile, uh, like I just felt like, oh, I didn't have like a reason to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just saying if people want to support Richard, Brian telling them like, to go wash their dirty pussy and go douche and all that, like what? Because they support somebody you don't fucking like? Give me a fucking break. So that's
It's just
my
not cool to talk to somebody like that when they haven't
no,
done anything to you. Like,
no. Mm-mm.
wow.
Mm-mm.
It's pretty
So
fucked up.
yeah, that's not me supporting Richard or what he did. That's me supporting Sundancer. Like I support Sundancer and think they can go where the fuck they want to go. And I just, the one thing that I've learned over my time on YouTube is that you don't tell people where to go. Not that I ever did, because I've said it a couple times now. I'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. But that's my seriously like biggest lesson that I've learned on here is that who am I to tell anybody where to go? Even if I fucking hate that person. Why? Okay, but that's me. Like, I shouldn't be putting that on my subscribers or my friends. Um, if people want to go somewhere, go. Like you're not a prisoner.
Well, and if you don't like where they're going, like you don't have to fuck with them, but you
Yeah.
also don't have to come online and embarrass them and degrade them for no fucking reason at all when they have never done anything to you.
Yeah, I don't know anybody like that in real life, Shauna. Not to that degree. Like, and I don't know if Richard is. A lot of people think it's a troll. I've never talked to him privately. I don't know him. And
The
again, this isn't
Groypers are
even
like a very small group. It's not normal at all. They're shunned completely, and even like right wing. areas.
So I don't. Okay, I know that there's
It's a
a
small
racist group.
group of young kids that have been
Mhm.
brainwashed to think a certain way by
Mhm.
a certain guy. It's not a big deal at all. Like, there's not a big support. They're looked at and laughed at and pointed at like they should be.
Okay, so basically they're like circus clowns, is what you're saying. Like they're
Yes.
not accepted because
Nobody takes them seriously at
yeah,
all.
yeah, and we don't want to make them more popular, right? Like,
Yeah.
basically, I learned that they were like a
That's
racist
why I
group.
don't think Richard's really part of Groypers. I think that's his troll, is what I think. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Maybe he loves Groypers and it's usually like younger kids that have been brainwashed and aren't old enough to grow up enough to think through it correctly. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Because like I said, I've never talked to him, and this isn't even me supporting Richard because I don't support him or disavow him. Like, I just leave him be, you know.
Yeah.
But if people want to go to his chat, they should not be threatened and talked to like that. They fucking shouldn't. Um. So yeah, I don't know much about that. Like, I don't know much about the Grippers. I don't think I want to know about them. I just know that they're racist. Like I feel like they're equivalent to the good old boys, which I think are fucking disgusting. Ugh, yeah, right. Like they just leave a bad taste in your mouth, kind of thing.
The what?
The good old boys, like
I
the
don't know
ones
what that
that,
means.
like the ones that broke into the White House or whatever, the really big pieces of shit. That broke into the White House.
You're talking about the Proud Boys.
Whatever, yeah, the good,
Yeah,
whatever they are, yeah.
It's the same, about the same size. Though, from my understanding, those are like older people. Those would be like the Groypers when they get older. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah. Nobody's gonna want
Yeah.
to associate with them in real life,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Okay, got it. Yes. Oh, the Capitol. What? Yes, but the fucking
I
assholes.
knew what she
that-
meant. I knew
I'm
what she
sorry.
meant.
Yes, the fucking assholes, right?
Yeah, I knew what she
All right.
meant.
So,
But I didn't know the
anyways,
good old boys. I was like, huh?
my bad. Yeah. Well, I don't think it. Okay. Well, I don't laugh at it in Mo33, and I don't know. You know, I don't know. I can say that I don't laugh at it. I don't think anything's funny about it. And when Richard came in, he like called me like it wasn't anything racist. He came in my chat and said he said my name backwards or something like Lynn Manda or something like something so stupid. And I was just like, yeah, I shouldn't be starting a beef with him, right? Especially if you are seeing all this stuff on Twitter. Like, what was I doing, right? Like, why would I go and I didn't know much about him. Now I know he's not dangerous. He's just
I
got a
don't
lot
feel
of
that way. I'm sorry. I don't feel like racism is laughed at around here. I think it's taken very seriously and completely not
Hey, black people.
accepted around here at all. Like, huh?
Well, maybe they're talking about like the Revs and them, you know, the little group of people.
Nobody thinks Rev's funny when he like. Come
Nobody.
on. People
Yeah,
get
that's
pissed the fuck off and want to freak out on him.
That's true.
We will have to agree to disagree about that. I think people take it really serious.
Oh,
and
wait. Well,
it's not
well,
good.
wait. Not in our community, but there are other communities.
There's whole
that-
communities around it. What do you mean?
Right, but there's communities that are kind of close to our community now that it's not taken as seriously as it should be, and I think that's what
No,
MO33 is
it's
talking
not.
about.
It's not gonna be like. There are whole communities of guys mostly that are just.
Pieces of
They
shit.
think they're comedians. No, they think it's funny. I don't think most of them. There are a lot. There are some that believe whatever, right? But a lot of people
Yeah.
just. I don't know. They think it's funny for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's whole communities that are like that make jokes about it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Okay, I'm gonna guess
Just
that's
not
Brian. Who me? Yeah. Okay, so that would be, but he's not in our community. I don't ever. Pete doesn't come in my chat, or I don't talk to Pete. You know, so I know
think
what
most
chat you're talking
people
about now.
shun Pete and don't think that his jokes are funny at all. Like, I've been around communities that will use that as comedy and it makes me uncomfortable. His jokes make me even more uncomfortable than that. No offense, Pete. It just, I just think it, for what I've noticed, people do not take it lightly at all, and it's not joking.
Well, I know what chat
matter.
I know what chat MO33 is talking about, and it was a joke last night. I know it.
Oh,
was.
I
I'm
wasn't
not
there,
going
I'm
to call
sorry.
it out publicly, but you
But
weren't
that's
there.
not mostly MO33.
No,
Come
but
on.
I think that you're not up for a lot of the late night chats that she's
No,
talking
I
about.
haven't
That
been
I
up at
will
night.
call you. I will tell you privately because I'm not trying to call anybody out. And
I'm
they
sure there are
weren't.
people that think it's funny. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
for the most part in our community, I think we're pretty
That is
good
very
about it.
real. At least, see, I think you know what. You know what this conversation is showing me that we all live in different parts of the country, right? So what is not accepted where Stephanie lives would be more accepted where Shauna lives or Mo3 lives.
No, yeah, this
Does
right
that make
here,
sense?
no way.
Yeah. See,
And
yeah,
I
because
live in the
you,
country.
yeah, I
This
think,
would never happen here.
see, okay,
It wouldn't be allowed.
there are
Period.
places in my
Why is it
area.
allowed?
And
Stop
okay,
it.
so in Indiana, there are still very racist places. In Florida, very racist places.
I'm
But
from Kentucky, and that wouldn't be
I
allowed.
was gonna say, but you'll be
That
shocked because
would not be
Kentucky and
allowed.
Ohio, yes, I was gonna say Kentucky and Ohio, which you would think Kentucky would do that
Yeah.
stuff, right? No, the fuck you would, like not in the open.
Nope.
But
Never.
now down in Florida, like I was very uncomfortable when I lived down south because they openly used the N word still 10 years or 15 years ago. That's just the facts. They did. And I was like, oh my God, like
It's
I had
probably
never even
different
heard anybody use
cultures.
that.
It's probably different
Right,
cultures
right.
too,
So that
because you're used to it. And
hmm
like, okay, say for like, there's a lot of Mexican people that use the N word because that's how they grew up. That's just normal to them, and it's offensive to other people. But for
right.
me, I never heard anybody even like I'm not even saying this just to say it. I never heard anybody use that word openly and be comfortable with it ever.
Yeah, so that's actually like, that's a good conversation that we should have sometime. Like what Sean is saying in the chat and
And
in my
if I
33.
did, I would flip my shit. Like everybody would flip their shit. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
it's like like your country, but that kind of shit. Like just being mean to people for no reason isn't acceptable in those
Mm-hmm.
cultures. Hey, Black Eagle, you know
So
what I
that
mean?
is a really good. I mean, I don't know how we'd go about it because racism is so touchy, but that is so like I didn't realize how different things are until I was like, wait, why is everybody's answer
Okay,
different?
hold on. Let me and
Um,
Shauna talk for 1 second. Okay,
okay.
this is why. I live in a predominantly black area, and there are proud white nationalists here. There are separatist undertone here I've never experienced before. That's the difference. Shauna, I never knew a black person in my life until I was way later in life, and I never heard the N word. It was unacceptable. You
Mm-hmm.
don't treat people differently because of the color of their skin. Like, I never knew an openly racist person,
Mm-hmm.
but this, I don't know. I don't know this culture at all. That's totally foreign to me. I know nothing about that.
Okay, so when I was growing up, my mom, she was a big boss somewhere, and they had a big thing, and they would get temps in, and like she had all the black people, the Mexicans, and there was a lot of people, a lot of gay men, and her best friend was gay. And I grew up with those people because my mom worked so much and she was the boss.
Right?
And like, I never looked at them and said, oh, they're black or oh, they're gay or oh,
You
they're
didn't even know
Mexican.
any difference.
No,
Like
it
that,
was,
everybody was the same. Yeah.
yes, it was just everybody was just like, they all looked out for me because I was, they used to call my mom Pumpkin. I was Pumpkin's daughter. And as I got older, I realized about racism, but
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody feels that way, Shauna. I'm just saying the culture. Have you been? You don't have to answer it, but have you been like to country places? It sounds like you. Do you live in a city? She live in a city area,
I don't know. I'd
but
have to ask
it's
her.
not like it's. I've never seen where openly it's you don't even discuss race openly like that. I'm not saying there aren't people that are prejudiced against people because of the color of their skin. They would never speak on it publicly in
Hmm.
front of other people, especially people they don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
That's a big difference in different parts of the country. I just think, I don't know why that's an epiphany to me, but that is very, because I was like, why is this so different for
well, see,
everybody?
Shauna feels like it's spreading everywhere. I don't feel that way at all because
Y'all are different
I
parts.
I see the complete opposite of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Mo33. So when I lived down south, I was mortified because, yeah, I have family that lives in Indiana. And I've lived in Indiana, but they would, you know, I won't even repeat the stuff that they said that they would say, and it made me so uncomfortable, and
Were
I
there black
hated it.
people in the area, or was it all
The
white area?
It was an all white area, and a black family had moved in, and they were not nice to that black
Oh
family
hell no.
at all.
Mm-mm.
And this was only 15 years ago. And for me, I'm coming from a place of my, like, quote unquote, you have your mom and dad's friends that you call aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncles were black, like
Yeah, I
when
would
we
fuck somebody up for that. Even now, like
I
no
was
shit. I would try at least.
I was shocked. I remember calling my mom crying, and that's one of the things I was crying about because it was just so
It's
uncomfortable for me.
devastating.
And it's not like I don't know. So I know that things are just so different
Yeah,
places. And
I'm not saying there's not racism, bad racism in places at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
no, I
there's
know.
also places that it's not very normal and open in the culture to be outwardly racist, even
Yeah.
where there's no black people at all.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable at all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. And um
Hey, call it as I see it.
hold on. Okay. I thought Thank You Next was a mod, but they weren't. Hey, call it as I see it. Okay, so all right, so I'm glad we got that sorted out because I was
I
just
love this conversation. Thank you, Shauna.
yes, thank
Wait,
you,
I started
Shauna. It's
noticing a
important.
huge difference of being a Yankee from Massachusetts and moving to the South. But I see a spread, think of a spider web. Yeah, and it reaching places you'd think weren't possible. And I do believe that 100%. But I
Uh-huh.
also believe that there are certain people that just grew up a certain way that it's never going to be acceptable to. Maybe once they're older and their kids didn't learn, but it just wasn't acceptable. Like if somebody did it, you were fighting. You weren't even talking about it. Like it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like it's just you
Right.
don't
Yeah,
treat
like
anybody. I'm not just talking about black people. Talk about anybody. Treat them that way for no reason at all. No
yeah,
reason.
like I'm not kidding. My mother would roll in her grave if I ever was racist towards one person or homophobic, which obviously would be homophobic since I'm 75% lesbian, but sorry, I had to. But seriously,
Right.
like my mom would roll over in her grave. Probably I'd have nightmares of her haunting me because like
Yes.
it wasn't even like it was never a conversation of okay, you need to be nice because he's gay or you need to be nice because they're black.
No.
They were just people. Like
Just be
it
nice
just
to everybody that's
right.
nice to you.
Yes, like and it was a huge culture shock. And so coming on here at first, I will admit, was a culture shock. As far as I do, there is some people that are more free with like different words, right? It was shocking to me that that still happens even all these years later after
What
Florida.
was shocking to me that was that the different like ways that like racism is and how much is around because just like I said, I hadn't really seen it happen and it was never accepted, acceptable to be mean to people like that and just to see how
Hmm.
fucking cruel people can be was a culture shock to me
But
for sure.
okay, so I want to give people some hope because this is the conversation Shauna and I had. I hope she
That's
doesn't
true.
care
That's
that
true.
I just said that. I didn't even think about it. All right, my kids educated a very older family member about dead names for transgender people because I have a transgender cousin.
Right.
I um I have a lot of
Because it's normal to the how you're saying
right,
right now that you grew up, you didn't know the like there was no difference taught to you.
right.
There's no difference taught to them.
You were
They know it's all the same. Like we're all people. Treat everybody the same. It's gonna be
right, and
normal to them.
yeah, I was just really proud of them. My older kids educated a family member on dead names for trans people. And, one of my daughters educated an older family member on you don't grow up to be gay. Like, well, not always, I'm not saying always, but you usually, you're different pretty early on. So for like, I feel like the younger generations are. I know not everybody wants them to be all woke and stuff, but I'm saying like they're more tolerant of things, and they could hopefully
But
teach people something.
how many gay people like I know you said you knew, but just say me growing up in the country, right? I didn't
Hmm.
know many people now, like kids now, the people that they know and play games with and shit are told like people all over.
Yes.
too, you
And
know?
like
So
they,
you get
yes.
to know so many more people than being just stuck in some holler in Kentucky, too.
Right, that is true. Yes, because like where I was from, it was the country, but it was also, I don't know how to explain it. There was a
It's
lot
the
of people from
city.
different
She's
places.
lying.
No, I was in the
She's
middle of
trying to fool
bumfuck.
you guys.
But seriously, I want to give people hope because I really do feel like, hold on, you haven't seen your husband in 9 years. I remember you saying that, Black Eagle. I'm sorry. That's rough. I'm sorry, but
Ugh,
I do want to remember.
that's awful.
I mean, I do want to remind Shauna and give her some hope that the people that are, the little people, the little kids, younger kids, not little kids, but younger kids, the younger generations are more educated than this one. And I remember we talked about that the other night. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of hope for that because it is hard when you look around
The
and
woke word needs to be dropped. That needs to be dropped.
yes.
People need to stop using that
I
shit.
don't understand trans and any of the other self identifiers. I'm not sure if I understand it. What I do know is that if I care about them as people first, I won't need to understand if I
Exactly.
accept them as human beings. Exactly. I
That's
mean,
it.
I am never going to understand anybody struggle as a transgender because I'm not a transgender, okay? I'm just not. But I can empathize with them as a human being and I can love them for who they are.
If you just
Um,
teach
you
your
know.
children to treat, oh my gosh, I can't talk, treat everybody the same and love everybody the same and respect everybody the way that you're respected, and to give that back, there's no, I don't think there's much more than that.
Okay, what are my thoughts on pronouns MO33? Oh, my personal thoughts are okay, I'll give mine then you can give yours. Um, I
You don't want to hear my
will
thoughts on pronouns. Go ahead.
okay, we don't.
I'm joking.
I will respect anybody's that like if you want okay, so a lot of people used to give Fod a lot of shit and say they're not trans. Who the fuck am I to tell Fod they're not trans? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
ever. So I still will I think I accidentally called Fod she, which they've been open, it doesn't bother them. The other day and I even corrected and said them. I respect people. So if you are trans or you said you're trans, that's all I need to know. So I will ask you what you prefer to be called and they, them, he, she, whatever you want. Why it isn't up for me to decide. I don't have to live that life. I'm not you. So if you want to be called, if your name is Sin and you want to be called him, he, them, they, that's what I will do. That's how I look at it. So I just
I'm I'm just going to be completely honest. I have a really hard time with the they them thing. Just using it correctly. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. It is hard for me, but that's a me issue.
like
For
you're trying
me,
like yeah.
yeah, if I have an issue like
Night,
with
wild
it,
one. Hmm.
trying to use it in the right context and all, because I'm an idiot when it comes to like the English language, I'm just gonna call somebody by their name. If I'm never gonna be disrespectful and not use their pronouns or use the wrong pronouns or whatever. Like that's
Right.
just being an asshole. But the they them thing is a
It
little bit
confuses
hard
you.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because I accidentally got thrown off the other day. Like I said about Fod, and I accidentally said she or her, and I was like, oh wait, I mean them, and I didn't do it on purpose because I would never disrespect somebody. If you're telling me that you're trans, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know the backstory. I don't need to know why. I don't need to know when. I just okay, cool. I'll respect that from now on. And
Yeah, and if you
that's how I feel
don't
about
if
it.
you don't know somebody's pronouns, you can always ask them their name and refer to them by their name if you don't want to be disrespectful.
Right, and most people
Outright.
that are trans would prefer you just to ask. So
Don't be
that's how I
weird
feel about
about it.
it.
Yeah. Like
Thank
people
you.
want to like tiptoe around it like they can't handle, you know what I mean? Like they want to be all fragile about it. No, just be open and treat them like any other human being.
Right, yeah. So I just think that everybody should, even if you don't understand somebody's struggles, you should respect them. Um, I mean, like I was talking to somebody the other night, and we were talking about some things, and it's kind of like, so, um, we were talking about how, like, I think they said correct me if I'm wrong if you want to, you're in the chat, that people were like, what kids are wanting to be called like animals now. And I think that's making a mockery of things. That's my
Yep.
personal opinion. I don't like it. And that was coming from somebody in that that community that doesn't really care for it too. But I would just call them and
It
they
kind of
like
hurts them
right.
too, and it seems, I don't know. It seems like it should, there should be some way to be like, is this next step okay? Instead of keeping adding, because it just makes it confusing. And they're not
Mm-hmm.
trying to make it more confusing. They're trying to be like accepted and feel accepted and be, just like everybody else.
Right. Yeah. Fod stopped in here the other day, Black Eagle. We don't want to talk about how that went. What about okay. All right. So MX33's got the deep questions tonight. All right, so I'm all for it for using the different okay, so
What?
I mean
Wait, what is it?
all right.
What
Okay.
about
It's
pronouns when
two
it comes
separate
to
issues
younger
for
kids,
me. The
teens?
pronouns are fine. I don't agree with kids transitioning young because
Nope.
I think that that's a lifelong only because I think that's a lifelong decision that could mess their body up. But if they want to start living as a certain whatever, hey, who am I? I'll respect it. I wish that the hormones and stuff would be a little more delayed only because it's a lifelong decision. And they're obviously their brains are not fully developed, right?
Not
And
till
that's such a
25.
big decision. But as far as if they wanted to be called a different pronoun, who am I to tell them no? Like, I ain't nobody's fucking boss. If they talk to their parents and or well, I mean, even that, no, actually, even not. It's their
I wouldn't.
body.
I wouldn't personally until they're older, a little bit older, just because I feel like there's a lot of that on social media, and I wouldn't want them to be influenced outside of themselves. I want them to know for sure. You know what I mean?
That's where they and them comes in for me. Like, I don't have to call you. Whatever. I can be they and them. I just
Yeah, but
I.
that's still like something for a kid.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I
I
mean,
don't
because
know.
look, there's a lot of and
I
it
might
turns
feel differently if I really had to make the decision, though. You know what I mean?
there's a lot of detransitioners that come out like
Yes.
years later and they say like they regret it. That's my biggest fear for children, and I don't think they're mature enough to make the decision.
Well, and they're
Um,
sterilized. The
yes,
boys
they
that
couldn't have
transition to
kids,
girls are
and
sterilized
yeah,
forever,
hmm
which is a
yeah,
big life changing decision. And a lot of the people that I've watched say that the doctors that do the surgeries don't inform people well enough as they should,
right.
even as adults.
Mhm. Yeah, we actually, Stephanie and I are actually going to talk about this sometime. We just have to wait till the kids are all back to school and stuff because we have this on our list to talk about. There is
Yes, MO33.
there's a lot that goes into it, in my opinion. That's not
And it's a fine line too, because it feel some you can have an opinion about something and it can feel like you're not being accepting, but when it comes to certain things it's like, listen, you don't have to be accepting. That's how I feel about it. If it's too early, to the benefits outweigh the risks outweigh the benefits, you know what I mean? It's a hard conversation at the end of the day, no matter what, especially with
right.
the
It's
kids.
you're right. It's very hard. Like my cousin that is trans, they started when they were like 16, coming out that they were trans. And they went to him, they, them, and they didn't fully transition until they were 19. Actually using hormones and stuff. That's like they're making their own choice. So they love their life now. Like they're good with it.
Yeah, I think
Um,
anybody after the age of 18 absolutely has every right to
Night,
do whatever
Nana.
they want. Good night,
Mhm.
Nana. To do whatever they want for themselves. You know what I mean? That's like the I don't know. It's just it's your body. You get to do whatever you want after that. But before 18, that's a different
Exactly.
conversation.
Yeah. Right. It is. It's hard. And I don't know. It's definitely a conversation worth having. It's a hard one because no matter what, I think somebody's going to get
Yeah,
offended or
Shauna,
mad.
this is what I was trying to say, but I didn't want to be offensive. She says, our society has started leading children into thinking they're trans instead of letting them figure it out and explore. Just because a child is having trans issues doesn't mean anything needs to be done. Like, I've heard people say, Shauna, like these moms that have their little kids, like parading them on social media.
Uh-uh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
they'll be like, oh, they want to use this and they want to transition and all this stuff. And it's just like, how do you know now how much of that is influenced and how much is not? And like, there's tons. They would say, "Oh, well, he wants to play with Barbies." Well, tons of little boys want to play with Barbies. That doesn't necessarily just that one thing mean that they're trans automatically. It may mean that, you
Yeah,
know.
wait. Oh, Kimberly had a good point. She said to me, pronouns are different because that doesn't affect their physiological being at the moment. So you can,
It can affect them psychologically, though. That's what I'm saying. I
well,
feel like it could.
that's why I would, if a younger person came to me, they and them, and then they could figure it out. Like, I never want to stop somebody from growing, but that can go both ways, like
I
it,
think I wouldn't until at least 16.
right. Well, I mean, most people, I don't think anybody else, most people aren't going to be taking, I mean, well, I shouldn't say that now, really, but I don't know. Cause like for me, my son, I've been very open about this. My son does nails and messes with the girl's hair and does fake nails and all that stuff. And like he's not telling me that, I mean, he's just him. Like, he doesn't make it, we're not making a thing out of it. He just likes more feminine things, and that's okay, right? That's great.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
making a thing out of it.
there are just gay boys that love nails and doing hair and all that. That doesn't mean that they were trans.
Right, exactly. I'm not making it a thing. I never say, "Hey, are you gay?" Like, I never
Right,
do that to
right.
him. Like, I'm not like, "Oh my god, are you trans? Are you gay?" I'm just like, "Oh, cool. You like nails? All right." So for Christmas last year, we got him, like, I'm not kidding, because he is younger. I went to Shein. People that are in Discord with me will remember. I went to Shein and I bought $100 worth of the nail stuff. Right, like it literally filled two caboodles in a box filled with nail stuff that he still uses to this day, and he just plays with nails. And you know what? He likes, like, there's like the neon colors are in, so he will wear like the bright pink and bright yellow shirts. Who cares? I don't make it a thing. I'm just like,
Yeah,
he likes
yeah.
flamboyant, like he likes like bright colors and stuff. Who
And
cares?
you're
Nobody
still
cares.
letting him explore. You're letting him do the things that he likes to do. So he's still going to flourish in the way that he's supposed to anyways. And you're not pushing anything like those moms I was talking about that parade their kids around like, look at my little 3-year-old trans kid or whatever. Like they would see that and then start pushing and pushing and pushing on it because they see one thing. You know what I mean? Like they take
Hmm.
advantage of it and then
Hmm.
it's hard to tell.
Right. Yeah. Well, November Rain. I mean, because I just don't want to push anything on him, but I also want to be open minded to him,
Exactly.
and I want him to explore without having to feel like it's a title. Does that make
Hey,
sense?
Cowboy
Like,
Giant.
hey, Cowboy Giant. I don't want to
And
be like,
everything doesn't have to be a title. He's him,
right, he's
you know?
him, and he is. Oh my god, he's so funny, and he is so extra about things like that normal kid. Like, I don't see other boys, but it's so funny because my other son is so different. He's like, ew, pink. I'm not wearing that, or
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I don't. Because my son will be like, let me do your hair. No, who cares? Like, I struggle to get him to brush his hair, okay, or brush his teeth. Like my other son's, like, they're just so different. I don't put a label on it. Nobody does. They don't care. They just have fun with it. Like, and that's cool. Like, I think everybody's so quick to throw a label on things sometimes
Yes.
that it hurts things instead of helping. And they're trying to help, but why does he need a label? He's 12. He doesn't need a label.
No.
He can
And
be
there
whatever he
and there
wants.
and now there's labels on top of labels on top of labels. It's I don't know.
It's
I feel like a
scary.
label kind of separates more. You know what I mean? Like it puts
Yeah.
you in this box to say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this is what you are, and this is what you are." And can't be anything else. No, he could be whatever he wants to be. He's young.
Right. Right.
Live
And
his whole
if
life.
he comes to me in a couple years and says X, Y, or Z, okay, we'll go from there. But right now he's just a boy who likes to do nails, and he thinks James Charles is like the greatest thing ever. Like, because he
Yeah.
watches the nail and he likes the nail videos. but he also plays with all the other kids around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put him in a bubble. I hate that shit. So, yeah, mine too, November Rain. Yeah, like, yeah, it's important. Yes, Black Eagle.
That's what I kind of feel about, and I know it's important to some people, and I totally get it because it's like feeling justified or whatever. But I do
Mhm.
feel like there's a huge emphasis on pronouns when really, we all should just be looking at each other as human beings, anyways. Like the labels there shouldn't be so much emphasis on labels,
There is
but
a
I
lot.
know they need, you know, they need to feel like validated too. So that's why it's important to some people, the labels, but
Right, and
it's
I
a
can
lot.
understand if you have never felt comfortable in your own skin, and you
Yes, that's what
finally
I'm trying
do,
to
and
say. Yes.
you're like going from like guy to girl, and you're finally being called her, and you waited your whole life.
That is
A
different.
label, right? So
That's different than all the other labels. I'm not trying to single anybody out, but I just feel like that has a lot of emphasis on it. That's something different.
yeah, yeah, Shauna, I watched a lot of podcasts and stuff on it because, like I said, Stephanie and I are eventually going to talk about it, and the people that are the old school transitioners and stuff, the old school trans people that have already transitioned, lived their life as whatever they are now, like woman or man. Um, they are all of the same mindset that you don't want to do it too early. You need to be careful because it
Mm-hmm.
can harm children. I mean, it has a lot of physical effects later in
Well, they
life.
don't even know yet. I mean, it hasn't even been, it's not even been that long since that's even been available to children. They don't really know the long term effects that much yet. There's not a whole lot of studies on it, there's not a whole lot of research on it. So new. Each case is still like a case study.
Yeah, thank you, Tara. Thank you. You have to be. I try to be because, like, I just think people also forget that children are human. While their brains are constantly changing, they're still human. I do try to take, I'm that mom that like will take every little interest seriously, probably go overboard with it, and I
Hey,
do try
Eric.
to. I just want them to be able to express themselves, but you do have to be careful, like y'all said, about certain things for sure. Hey, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, because kids are kids too. Like they have outlandish imaginations about all kinds of stuff. So you got to be
Um,
careful.
yeah, wow, that's crazy. November Rain. It was literally a trend at one of my daughter's school. I thought that was pretty offensive. Yeah, it's not a trend, man. People get killed because of that. It's not.
It's not their fault though. It's not their fault.
No,
It's
no.
because that's what's being like it's on social media a lot, and it's being, it's part of what they see and what they hear, and they think it's, cool,
Absolutely.
and they want to
Yeah.
do it. It's fun.
Yeah, and it's see, like, I don't know, when I was dating a girl back in the day, like, I got a lot of shit. I actually got in fist fights over it. Like,
We've came a
it
long way since
wasn't
then.
a fucking thing like this.
Yeah.
Now, um, I don't know. I'm glad that it's coming so far, but we definitely have kinks that need worked out. So it's crazy for sure. Um, but wow, we've been on for 2 hours already, or 2.5 hours already. Oh wow, congratulations, Black Eagle.
The
Thank you guys for this talk. It was really good.
the puberty blockers, the problem is if they're not 100%
Uh huh.
sure, they can sterilize the children forever. So it's like a permanent decision either way.
Yeah,
Even
and
if you just do, no, maybe no, not the puberty blockers. I think actually taking the hormones can sterilize, right?
yes, the
Puberty
hormones
blockers
and
are different.
yeah, the purity blockers I do believe are quote unquote
Okay,
safer.
yeah,
I mean, but the steroids. Oh my
hormones.
god, hormones are where it can get messy.
Thank
That's
you,
why I lose
Shauna.
weight. Yeah, thank you, Shauna. This was a very good conversation. Um, okay, so the hormones have damage, and we will bump this up for sure on our list of things that we were going to talk about because we just haven't had time. But
Okay.
I
So
have
I want to
so many
just
things.
make sure you say that out loud. Puberty blockers are the ones that don't have any effect. The hormones are the ones that can sterilize you. I just want to make sure that's
Okay, yeah.
said.
Um, Yeah, I'm at 3 3 for sure. We need to talk about this stuff more often because I feel like it's a big, not a struggle. I don't want to say that and down. I'm not saying that in a dismissive way. It's a struggle because of how much it's. I feel like I don't want to be. I'm not being offensive. Okay, everybody, don't take it that way. But how it is a trend and all of that, it's a struggle for parents because they don't. You don't. With how things are right now, you don't know. Hey, did your kid just see that on social media? Um, that's why it's important to wait, in my opinion. But I'm also not here to tell any other parents what to do. I'm
Well,
not.
there was this uh, little boy that transitioned to a girl, and he was on. They have a, what do you call that, family vlogging channel, and
Yeah.
a lot of people thought that because the dad had came out and transitioned before that,
Hmm.
and they thought that he had like pushed the little boy into doing it or whatever. People were
Hmm.
really, it was a huge deal.
Hmm.
I don't personally think that's the case. Like,
Hmm.
you know, I don't. I think people were overreacting, but it was like, whoa, people were so mad because they thought that they pushed that little boy into transitioning.
Well, okay. So
He
before we
didn't
go,
transition. He didn't have surgery or anything. He just, started
um,
dressing the way that he wanted to dress and stuff.
Shauna, I love you, Shauna. So before we go, I my first introduction to the trans issue, like I said, my mom worked with a lot of different people. I even knew some trans people. They were called awful names back then that I won't even say now. But I never really thought about it. But when I first had my triplets, there was a triplet family that was doing all these shows and stuff with their like 6 year old at the time that wanted to transition supposedly, and they even had like a Netflix documentary and everything. And now the kid is older, and I don't think that they actually think they're trans anymore. But the damage is already done. I need to go back and figure out what the name of that kid was, but it had so many red flags and danger signs. Like no, no, but the parents loved the fucking attention. Like I'm still convinced of that because it was 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yes,
It was
there's a lot of parents like that, even now, still to this
oh,
day.
it's
There's
like
some celebrities, I think, that they said that their kids were trans when they were little, and then they weren't
yeah, it
when they
didn't
were older.
Angelina Jolie.
That's what I
Wait,
was thinking,
isn't
actually, but
it?
maybe her child still is. I can't remember
I
for
don't
sure.
know. We need, yeah, I need, I'm going to look some stuff up before we talk about it. I'm actually going to put myself a reminder in for tomorrow. Um, because when we do
But
talk
why
about
does your
it,
child need to come out to the world anyways?
right,
Like,
right. But like, that's I don't know. If they want to later to on, that's
yeah,
totally
like
fine.
give
But
them, that's like outing them to the world, kind of. Like
right to
you're
the
taking that
whole world.
completely away from them.
Right, exactly, November Rain, especially 12, 13 years ago when it wasn't as I guess idolized, is that the right word? As it is now. No, it wasn't Gabrielle. It was another triplet family. God dang it. I will find I want to say Colton Cole. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go look. It's been so long, but it infuriated me because it was like you could just see the
For
danger in it.
attention, Shauna, I thoroughly believe it's because they can put their child on their TikTok or whatever and talk about this or that, and they get attention through it they couldn't otherwise get.
Yeah, and it's so not
And
fair
that sounds
for
so sick and fucked up to do to your child, but I swear I think that's the case. Sorry, go
well,
ahead.
it's so not fair to do for one to the whole
No,
trans community, okay, that have
totally.
struggled, been scared to walk out of their house, to start idolizing it, pushing it on your kids, and for attention. No, that's not. It's a lifestyle. It's not something for attention. It's something people have fought years and years and years for. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. So I'll figure out the name of that. I have some stuff. I want to get some stats and
It's
stuff
almost like
together.
child abuse to do your child that way.
It is. People called CPS on this
Just
family back
saying.
then over the hormones and all that, and they were. I'll have to. God dang it, that's gonna drive me crazy. But I'm gonna get some stats and stuff before we talk about this of like the detransitioners, and I have some videos of detransitioners. I actually want to make it like educational because there's so much that can be learned from it, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah, because
you know.
it shouldn't at all take away from the trans community. It should actually help because every person should know everything they ever need to know about surgery, about whatever they're going to do that's life changing. So they're informed. They
Right.
deserve conform assent consent, just like everybody else.
Right.
Completely
So yeah,
informed
because if
consent.
you're gonna do okay, say you're gonna get a nose job, you're gonna go
Yes.
research the fuck out of that.
Yep.
That's a nose job because it's gonna affect your nose. Imagine, I don't know. I can't
There's
even
only
wrap my
so
mind
many
around it.
surgeons in the United States that do this.
Right.
Not tons.
Yeah, there's not a lot. So, which is good. I think it should be, I think it, okay. So if your child comes to you and says they're struggling, of course, take them to counseling, all the stuff you need to do. But why can't the blockers and shit wait until they're 18, 19, 20? If they're going to do it, hey, they can wait for all that. Okay.
Yeah, but if
Let
they can get
them,
that amount of money out of you before then while you're still paying for it, they're going to try.
I
Some
guess.
of them will, at least.
It's like, I don't know. There's some
It's
things
it's
money can't
still a
buy.
business. It's still a business at the end of the
Mm.
day. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucked up way to think, and I hate it for all the people that
All
have fought.
medicine is. All medicine is a business. At the
You're
end
right. You're right. The big fucking pharma, blah blah blah. Yeah, you're right. It's disgusting to think about it like that. Like it's a business, but you're right.
It's true.
It is true. Okay, well, thank you guys
Thank you.
for
Good night,
coming.
guys.
Good night, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.